Welcome everybody to episode 7 of Mark Out of 10, a wrestling podcast where we talk, argue and justify our top 10 lists of all things wrestling, where opinions mean everything and nothing at the same time. This week's episode we're doing something slightly different as we watch the pay-per-view that we deem to be the best pay-per-view of all time, Wrestlemania 17. If you haven't watched that episode or listened to that episode, it's episode 5, check out our back catalogue. We're going to watch WrestleMania 17 and we're going to grade each mark a mark out of 10. See what we did there? And then give the overall pay-per-view a ranking. But I think we know how that's going to go. First, everyone's favourite podcasting Scotsman, putting the salt in saltire Shieldz, and my co-host, the Ringmaster, your guide through the chaos, the microphone maestro who's about to drop knowledge bombs like they're power bombs, the housewife's favourite heel, Hawxy. How we doing, Hawxy?
Dude, like every single week, every single time we do this, those intros get better and better. That's so cool. I fucking love it. That's my highlight of the show, is you giving me the big intro. You need to be involved in wrestling somehow, Shieldz. How can we make this happen?
I don't
know. I'm very well though, mate. How the fuck are you doing? What are you saying?
Not too bad. I just want to apologise once again for another late episode. This is all on Shieldz, by the way. My wife had COVID. I got ill. The test said I was Rona free, but I'm convinced the tests were wrong. I felt like shit over the last week, so that's why we couldn't do the podcast. So apologies for that. But apart from that, I'm on the mend. You might still hear it in my throat a little bit, but I'm feeling okay, Hawks. I'm feeling good.
Yeah, you sounded really bad last week. Really bad. We were like talking about what to do or whatever, and you just sent me a voice note, and I was just like, we'll do it next week. You literally sounded like you had gravel and razor blades and everything in your throat. It was fucking brutal.
I believe
I'm glad you're feeling a little bit better now, man.
I believe the direct quote from me was, I feel like I've been face fucked by a Chinese bat.
Chinese bat, yeah.
So yeah.
Or a pangolin. Some pangolins come running through. Brother.
Oh man.
What you gonna do when the pangolin runs wild on you? Oh dear.
Oh, now we've started. So yeah, apologies once again that there is another late episode, but we're getting the episode out. It's now out, which is great. We're also approaching the Christmas period, the festive period, so what me and Hawks have agreed to is this is going to be the final episode of Season 1 of Mark Out of 10, but do not fear, listeners, do not fear, avid listeners, we will pick up Season 2 at the beginning of January with whole new lists, whole new news, whole new Royal Fumbles, and obviously our very own chic moments as well. That's going to happen at the beginning of the year. But don't worry, if you are at a loose end over the Christmas period, you can always listen to our back catalogue on Spotify or your favourite podcast streaming services. You could sub to our YouTube channel and listen there. You can tweet us at mark_out of10, and you can also send in comments, ideas, anything that appears in your dirty little heads at our email address, wrestlemark10@gmail.com. So yeah, I think that's everything that we've got to tell people, right, Hawksy?
Yeah, like for me, man, like, just really quickly on all like the comments and stuff. Like I get messages from people who listen to the show, and it's awesome that I get these messages, like whether they're like DMs or text or WhatsApp or whatever. But it would be awesome if you share those views and those sort of opinions and stuff through the socials, because it helps with the content creator
discoverability.
Discoverability and the algorithm. That's what I was looking for. So just drop a little message or a little like or a little reply or whatever on those bits and bobs, and it'll help us grow. It's really important. But thanks for everyone getting involved. It's been pretty cool. This last couple of months of the year has been really good fun with this, and I'm looking forward to what 2024 will bring for the Mark Out of 10, for the Moo 10 podcast.
For the Moo 10 podcast, absolutely. What I will say is we have had... So I'm actually going to go to our YouTube channel just now. There is something that I want to say. This was on our top 10 people on the mic, and obviously someone gave us like their list. It was Mickey Rowley 5116 on YouTube, so thank you very much for the comment. His top 10, I'm not going to go into all the details he's given there, but number 10 was Jake the Snake, number 9 was John Cena, 8 was Jericho, 7 The Rock, 6 Vince McMahon, 5 was Punk, 4 was MJF, give me a second. Number 3, interestingly, was Triple H. Number 2 was Cody Rhodes, fuck Cody Rhodes. And number 1 was Paul Heyman. But then the interesting bit that he's added in at the end was, can I further add a list of bloody names that came to mind during this damn thing? And I absolutely respect Shields and Hawks cause this shit is hard as. So anyone I've missed and left off, Hogan, Paul Bearer, Stone Cold, The Miz for crying out loud, a great shout, The Miz, Cornette. Geez, I could change this list so many times, but at this current moment on Sunday, those names are up there, are it for me. Again, massive respect to you two for doing this weekly, Christ me. There's a whole bloody list of names that could get into this top 10, especially the segment Talk Show Host 2. This is not a simple list. Appreciate that comment, and yeah, it's something we say every single week, and it's not just that particular list, it's every list that we've done so far. You could ask us on any day of the week and the list would change. Would you agree with that?
Yeah, I mean, like I said, the last show we did, I fucking changed it halfway through the show. It's like, it's crazy, but we have that. I think everyone, we have like our main hitters, if you know what I mean. We've said this before, and we've like, I think that the top couple are always pretty nailed on. It's like that bit in the middle that gets a bit wishy-washy, if you know what I mean. So yeah, it can change. It can change. It depends what fucking mood I'm in most of the time as well. Yeah. But yeah, it's good fun. It's good fun.
Absolutely. So Hawxy is away with work again, so there may be a bit of distortion and stuff. As he
is it really bad?
No, it's not. I'm just giving it as a precursor.
Preamble.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm currently just outside of Manchester Airport in a hotel, so nice. I'm making my way around the country slowly but surely. We'll be doing remote podcasts from all over the fucking gaff soon. But yeah, fingers crossed everything's okay.
Who knows, maybe one day we'll actually do this in person, Hawxy. One day.
Oh, hey, you never know, eh? You never know.
Absolutely. Okay, so Hawxy, WrestleMania 17, right? We agreed that was our favourite WrestleMania, right? So for those listening, we're going to deep dive it a little bit, and we're going to watch it together, and we're going to talk about wrestling, and then grade the matches out of 10, and then obviously give the overall pay-per-view a grading as well. I think we all know what that's going to be, though, right? So like you say, Hawxy, you're excited about this one, yeah?
Yeah, I'm. When we sort of had the conversation about it on the last show, I think we were pretty much fucking set on this, weren't we?
Yeah.
And let's be honest, like if there's a show to watch any time, I probably only recently watched this anyway, but I'll watch it every week if I could. It's just amazing. So I'm really looking forward to it. Sit and watch wrestling and chat shit and spread the love, and yeah, it's all good. I'm excited. Let's go. Let's do it.
So Hawxy and I are going to be watching this on the WWE Network. What we're going to do is we're going to give the timestamps for each of the individual matches, and we'll do a 3, 2, 1 start, and that's when you hit the play button. So you can watch along as we are watching it and listen to what we're talking about and see why we are actually going down the avenues we're going to talk about. This is the first time doing something like this on the podcast. Obviously, we do it on Hawxy's stream every so often, so we don't know how it's going to go. It may go very well, it may go wrong, who knows? But again, it's one of those ones, let us know in the comments what you guys think of it. So, WrestleMania 17, let's get started. Let's find the first timestamp. Okay, so
you can do the jump to button on the top right hand side, and it's got all the bits. So the first match is Jericho versus Regal, and it's 3 minutes 27.
Excellent.
So if you press that, it'll take you straight to it.
Perfect. Okay.
And it's a picture of Heyman and Jim Ross staring at each other, and Heyman is pulling a really, really funny face.
Gotta love Heyman. Okay, dokie. So you won't hear any of the audio from our end in terms of that because of like copyright and stuff. Mm-hmm. So apologies.
But there's just really quickly, there is absolutely nothing wrong with you guys putting this on, listening to it on Spotify, sticking it on your telly or your laptop or your iPad or whatever, and listening along as you're watching, because that'll be a really good experience. Or you don't need to do that, and you can just listen to us chat about it, and I guarantee you will see it in your mind's eye.
Absolutely. Okay, so the first timestamp, as Hawxy said, is 3 minutes 27 seconds. You ready, Hawxy?
Are you ready?
Born ready. Right. 3, 2, 1, play. Right, this is quite possibly...
Showcase of the Immortals. Brother!
Quite possibly the best entrance ever, Jericho, right?
It's the countdown, that the initial debut is amazing, right?
Yeah.
So, and it's all to do with, I love that, the whole arms outstretched with his back facing towards like the camera and stuff. It's so cool. And it's a sick entrance theme as well.
Yep.
Ding, 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 ding.
So as a precursor as well, so this is the first one on the main WrestleMania. There was obviously X Factor versus Steve Blackman and Grandmaster Sexy as like a dark match, but we're not watching that because, well, why would we? When we can start off with Chris Jericho.
No, that's the main event for me. I want Steve Blackman versus Grandmaster Sexy. I want it now.
So Jericho versus William Regal for the WWF at the time Intercontinental Championship.
What a beautiful belt, by the way. It's a gorgeous, that IC
Lovely.
belt. So good. I'm not a massive fan of the new belts, you know, dudes.
Yeah, I don't like the new Intercontinental
The IC
titles.
one's poor. Yeah, it's shocking.
But I think it for the size of Gunther, I think it needs to be bigger. I don't think he would have got away with that IC one. I think it just wouldn't have looked right because he is that bigger guy, right? Don't know, just my opinion.
What was that again? Sorry, say that again, dude.
I think because obviously Gunther is your like Intercontinental Champion just now. I think it's got to be a bigger one. You know, I think it had to be sturdier. But I agree. I don't like the title, but I think it would have looked weird if he had this one. The WWF Commissioner William Regal, one of the most underrated people in WWE history, in my opinion.
Agreed. This package, mate, the whole reason this match come about is just the fucking best thing. Look at his eye there. Fucking hell. Shut the hell up. A toe rag.
Toe rag.
Whenever many times he said toe rags on WWF telly.
Right to censor.
Dude, just look at the people who are on this screen right now.
Unreal, right?
These are all Hall of Famers, aren't they?
Yep.
This is face. The selling the
facial is so good. Besmirch.
Regal's facials and that were fucking so good. Picture of the Queen. Oof. That submission as well. That's a shoot, that is.
Does it hurt?
Stretch.
Does it hurt?
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. All this shit hurts if you put it on properly.
Two of the best workers ever, man, honestly.
Yes. Yeah. In really different ways as well. Like, Regal gone from working that British World of Sport style to, like, transitioning across to that, like, American style, but still keeping that sort of traditional style was so good. And this is the thing about this match, right? You've got this show. It's like it's the biggest show up to that point in WWE, probably in WWF, apart from WrestleMania 3 potentially. They've got to go out there, and they've got to open the show, and they've got to open it, and there's a lot of beautiful. There's a lot of pressure and stress on this. Like in wrestling, it's called jerking the curtain.
Yep.
And it's everyone says,
We'll shot that.
House show dive, a little bit too eager. It's the adrenaline for you. Oof.
Thing is, though, it's a safe pair of hands, though, being, like you say, the curtain jerker there, Regal and Jericho, right? I think.
Yeah.
Right, okay, William Regal's a southpaw. How difficult is it to be in the ring with someone that's left-handed?
You learn to work with the left anyway, so unless you're in Mexico. So in Mexico, they work on the right-hand side.
Right.
In like everywhere else basically around the world, you always work the left anyway, so it doesn't really make much difference. It'll be a bit awkward maybe like selling some of the punches or taking some of the shots or whatever, but you always work with the left anyway.
Right, okay. Interesting.
Regal's chest already.
You know, interestingly, he deliberately didn't get major tan so he could actually have that red glow on his chest in general, Regal.
Brilliant. So you could see the marks and the welts and stuff. Yeah, it's just selling like this is. Thing is, you see this in every single match now.
He's such a good heel.
The little wave, it's brilliant. Yeah, take your time, get the crowd in. They were dying down a little bit. Let's get them involved.
JR in commentary. You can't beat it, really, can you?
Yeah, he's best ever for me.
Yeah, 100%.
And I'll tell you what, I think we had this conversation didn't we, when we were talking about this show. Heyman on comms was perfect for this show.
Yep.
He's brilliant.
Heyman's great at everything he does, though. I mean...
Yeah, you had this conversation, didn't you? So,
just so good. I suppose we're going to need to try and keep talking all the way through this, right?
Sometimes it's all right. We can sit out, mate. It's okay. We
talk amongst yourselves. It's fine.
I like the way it's like, oof. You got that sort of like technical wrestling, but the line salt, knees up, brutal.
There's like no hiding from that, right? It's like there's no way to.
Old Tim White, bless him. Great ref. Tim White was a really good ref, underrated ref, I think. Look at that. That's a crazy suplex. Jericho was lucky to get over there, to be fair.
Pop of the hips.
Love that cover with a forearm across the face. Proper heel cover. Love it.
Because it hurts for them to kick out of it, Hawxy. See, I know shit.
It just adds a little bit of venom and stuff to it as well.
Yeah, going back to Tim White. It's a shame though, right? He died 2022.
2022 he passed away, did he?
Yeah, 2022. June 19th.
Bless him.
Yeah, bless.
Mate, I thought it was earlier than that. I thought he died a good few years ago, but obviously not. Love an Enziguri. That was snug as well, that was. And another one. Yeah, get bump for me, William. Give your ass, Regal.
Bum, motherfucker.
You see Regal's colours, the maroon?
Yes.
Do you know who else wrestled in maroon because of William Regal? Do you know why?
Daniel Bryan.
Why?
Daniel
Bryan. There we go.
Did he not train him? Or
yes, he did. Well, he was involved in it a little bit.
Yeah.
He was involved in his career and like helping him and pushing him and stuff.
Yep. Again, there's a clip as well. It's like Daniel Bryan versus William Regal. I think it was on Sunday Night Heat.
Yeah, back in the day they were doing.
Yeah, and then like Daniel Bryan arranged with the back to do like his "I'm a man, I'm a real man,
I'm a man."
He managed to pop William Regal. It's fucking dangerous here, man. Double underhook. Oh,
that wasn't a flat bump as well. That was shoulders and the top of the back first. That was not a nice bump to take.
Against the cover.
See the way he took his time to go for the pin then to give him a chance to kick out? Yeah, that's a horrible bump.
Go for the walls.
Think about the kind of people that he's beat with that move.
Mm-hmm.
It's mad, right? This Regal stretch sucks dick. He's working the shoulder. There was a bit earlier on as well where Jericho done the hip toss, done the Irish whip, with his right hand, because obviously he's selling the fact that his shoulders hurt, which is great. Not many people would do that. It's such a good start. It's like really action-packed. This is the first time the match has slowed down.
Yeah.
Giving the face the pot. It's a near fall. Oof. Oh.
I don't care who you are. That's gonna hurt.
It sucks, dick. It's Regal just like proper fucking selling it good as well. Kick to the shoulder. Yeah. Hey up. Regal's in completely the wrong spot. Roll for me, William, and I'll be all right. Yeah, he wants him to roll. There you go. Suplex. That's the only thing about this match. You got yourself in the wrong position. There you go. 1, 2, 3.
And there we go.
Yeah, and that's it. The
Chris
finish was
Jericho
screwed
retains.
up. Yeah, screwed up the finish with the positioning on the bulldog. But Jericho did take him quite a way across the ring, to be fair.
It's one of
But
those ones. It's what we said about the Logan Paul situation, right? It's how do you fix that? And again, there wasn't a drama. It was they both worked it, and it was a believable like sort of fix, though, right?
Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't have probably done a suplex. I would have probably run a quick spot. But obviously they're timed, don't they? They've probably got 8 minutes or whatever it is to get in and get out. It's a solid opener for a good show. You know what I mean?
Yeah, 100%.
Action-packed, nice story. There was stuff on the line, so you've got the title that's on the line, and you've got the P and the T and all that sort of stuff. It's emotional. Here we go.
Okay, so we're going to keep going just now. WCW 1 limo arriving. And it's Shane O'Mac. Okay, Hawxy, put a pause there.
Yep.
Okay, so first match, done and dusted. Chris Jericho defeats William Regal for the WWF Intercontinental Champion. So we've got to give it a mark out of 10. What are you thinking, Hawxy?
So because like it's nothing great, it's nothing shit. It's slightly better than average for me. It loses maybe half a point because of I'm not going to use the word botched, but because of the weird finish, the messed up finish. Just for me as a wrestler, I'm going to give it a 5.5 out of 10.
5.5 out of 10. Okay.
Yeah, solid. It's bang average in the middle. Like it would have got a 6 if it weren't for the dodgy finish. I love the story, but it's not a great match. It's not a shit match. It's just above average for me. So a 5.5 out of 10.
Interesting. So obviously, I can't, but I can comment about the finish. I think they still worked it reasonably well. Excuse me, Jesus. Let me take a drink before I splutter up all the. Jesus. Yeah, for me, I think it's what you needed. You needed a solid opener for. Well, at that point, we didn't know it was going to be the best WrestleMania of all time, right? But yeah, it's a solid opener. Exactly. 2 really responsible hands in the ring. I think, yeah, I'm going to go not much higher than you, but I'm going to go for a 6 out of 10 to start with.
There we go. I would have given it a 6 if it wasn't for the point for the finish. There you go. See, there or thereabouts.
I'm not as, yeah, I'm just whatever.
Not such of a great wrestler as I am. Just one of the best to ever lace up a pair of boots. Clearly, obviously.
Is okay, so we're now going to move on to Right to Censor versus APA and Taz.
It's a 15:53, 15 minutes and 53 seconds.
Okay, we're going on to that 15:53, and ready? 3, 2, 1, play. Right to
this
censor.
Music, this entrance music. It done exactly what it needed to do.
Yep.
It was so fucking annoying. Ah!
That's
look at the boys who were there though.
Sean Morley, Val Venus, Bill Buchanan, the Godfather, Stevie Richards, yeah. Stevie Richards got a really good YouTube channel as well. He's talked about, obviously, he had major back issues, like to the point where he had to basically relearn to walk. Really recommend go over to that YouTube channel, give that a watch as well. It's really interesting to listen to that story. It's really cool.
He's got a lot of really interesting takes on like matches and working and stuff. It's very, very interesting. He's got a good brain. Val Venus was such a good worker as well. He just lost his smile. And Bull Buchanan can get in the bin. But there we go.
Stevie Richards. Taz. You gotta love it.
So good. If only, mate. If only. Is what I've got to say about Taz. Such a bad motherfucker.
Wrong company for him.
Blackfest Jones, motherfucker. I had this wrestling song, this album. So I done a bit of acting when I was a kid. And
this is WWF The Music Volume 5.
WWF The Music Volume 5, sorry, for people who aren't watching along. I done a bit of acting when I was a kid, and I got paid for one of the things that I did. And with the money that I got paid, I went and bought that CD and a couple of like VHSs and stuff. I always remember this because of the pie on the front. That's like, oh yeah.
Yep.
It's like $14.99 or something. I can remember it. It's crazy.
This is going to be a
shit's
hard
crazy.
hitting fucking match.
Yeah, these some
Fucking-
big meaty boys in here.
Mm-hmm.
Some big meaty boys.
So we've got Farouk and Bradshaw, the APA. Great tag team. So Stevie Richards. You gotta love Jacqueline.
Jacqueline goes in with that badass DDT.
She's a legitimate hard ass as well. Again, not a
She's
woman that we mentioned on the
double
list either.
Double hard, yeah. Forget about her. She's double hard.
Yep.
There's some big boys in here as well. I love this. Fair play to Bull for doing this, like, straight up to the top rope. That's some fucking agility right there. I tell you what you got, lads. You got 5 minutes with entrances. Go in there and kick fuck out if you should.
Do it. Oh, fucking love it.
Taz, man. There's a bit in this match. Look at that.
For such a small guy, right?
It's all technique, mate. It's all technique. It's all technique, brother.
You can tell Hook is his son as well, because Hook's got the same technique as him as well. It's just unreal.
So good. We gave him 2 Z's. He didn't need 1 Z. Copyright. He had 2 Z's. It's not the same Taz, right? Okay, no. Russian leg sweep. We don't see that very often at all. Val Venus done a lot of work. Sean Morley done a lot of work down in Mexico.
But did loads.
Yeah, big time. I'm sure he was trained down there. That's the spot. They fucked him off that much. They just threw him across the ring like he wasn't even there, the poor little bastard. Look at that, straight up. Didn't even office him. I think Taz is still getting the welcome to the business kid bullshit 2 years after he fucking debuted. Well, or a year after he debuted.
Yeah, there's a few.
Mate, what could have been with Taz, right? Such a missed opportunity.
Wrong time for him, wrong company.
Yeah.
It's like, can you imagine him right now in like an NXT?
Oh, don't.
You know what I mean? It's
like just coming in and just throwing people out their boots for fucking 5 minutes and then choking them out. Look at that, and again. So you didn't need to give him that big push on that Irish whip. He'd already sent him off. He pushed him off. There's some shit going on here. Taz just like, yeah, fuck it. If I need to take a bump, I'll just bump. Hot tag, brother.
Here we go.
There we go. Can't be the electrical tape. Oof. Sit down. Never met a fight that he didn't like.
So good. Yep.
Sit down. And again. Fuck off.
Mentioned about Stan Hansen. Big fan was Bradshaw about Stan Hansen.
Yeah,
that's fucking some strength right there. Sean Morley's not Val Venus is not a small man.
Best part is 240 maybe?
It's like fucking hell. And he's
easy,
dead.
Right?
Stone cold dead. Fucking hell.
Here we go.
And then we've got,
boom! Plant him like a fucking...
Ron Simmons, Farouk, another fucking monster. It's unbelievable.
Farouk, best story ever. I'm unfuckwithable. Best story ever.
Oh, fucking hell.
See, he didn't even office him either. He just. So the office, for those guys who are listening, think what am I talking about? Is you'll see it now. So the little jump that Bradshaw does before he gets lifted, you're helping the person with the lift. You sort of do a bit of a jump at the same time. It's called the office. You're getting in the office. You're getting in the position to take the move or give the move or whatever at the same time. There's a lot of this stuff that they were doing to Taz. Like, Taz just wasn't bothering. He was just getting, ooh! 1, 2, 3.
There's no getting up from that. Fucking
little tap on the chest. Cheers. Yeah, mate, I love a lariat. I fucking love a lariat. Oh, it's so good.
See, this is the Bradshaw I like, right? This is the Bradshaw that it's just the bad motherfucker. JBL just doesn't do it for me.
See, JBL was the heel though, wasn't he? Bradshaw was more facey, wasn't he?
Yeah. Yeah.
JB, the APA gimmick, the APA thing did. The acolytes thing didn't work for him. Didn't match him. But this is so good.
The Acolyte Protection Agency.
Slow mo. Woo!
It ain't ballet. You're fucking right, JR.
Little tap on the chest as well. Thanks for coming. Pin me, pay me.
Man.
Brilliant.
So good.
It ain't ballet.
Okay. Right, pause here, Hawxy boy. Okay,
Yeah,
so
mate.
Taz and the APA versus Right to Censor. They obviously win through the clothesline from hell from Bradshaw. It's literally 4-minute match, not even that.
Yeah, it's a throwaway match for me. I don't know if you can hear me. I'll move a little bit closer. Sorry, I was sitting back there and getting myself comfy. It's a throwaway match for me, mate. It just got a couple of guys on the card and done what it needed to do or whatever.
Payday, right?
Like, yes, but there was some big meaty boys throwing some big meaty ham about. It was good fun. For me, I'm going to give it a 4.5 out of 10. Average, but not really, you know what I mean? Not above average, if that makes sense. 4.5. Maybe half a point. Maybe half a point for the finish, because Bradshaw's clothesline from hell is fucking brutal. Yeah.
Yeah, for me, it's like you say, it's just one of those to fill the card up a little bit, right? And there's a few greats in there, which is awesome. So yeah, for me, it's going to be probably 4 out of 10 for me. I think that's probably a fair reflection. Just is what it is, right? It's hard hitting stuff that we like. Is it going to win any matches of the year? Fuck no, but no.
But it's good fun anyway, right?
It's good fun. Good shit. Okie dokie. So moving on to 24:45, Raven versus Kane versus Big Show for the hardcore title.
24:45. There we go.
And you're gonna the picture you should see, anybody that's listening, is Stephanie McMahon with
looking pissed up.
Yeah, pretty much.
Crimped hair.
Crimped hair, yeah, absolutely. I do like it.
Crimping needs to come back. Crimp needs to come back.
Yeah, I love a bit of Steph.
Steph looked good in this era, bless her. She looked very good.
I think she gets better as she gets older, though.
Ah.
Yeah. Anyway, yes, 24:45 for those that are listening along at home.
Steele's just drifting off there for a second. Anyway,
moving on. So, we ready? 3, 2, 1, play. Raven.
I loved Raven's music. So good.
He's one of the guys that got like psychology down to a fine art, right? He just gets it. I think.
The Ravens flock thing, like back in WCW, was so good. Like him and Kidman and like Saturn and all them lot. Like he was right on like that cutting edge of like fucking popular culture and stuff. Like he had it, that grunge scene. He had it fucking sorted out. And he's very good.
He is good, but you know, it's like it's parallels with like Jake the Snake. You know, it's that sort of when he's on the mic or when he talks, we say all the time, he sort of draws you in, right? And it's like quote the Raven forevermore. It's just shit like that. It's just so
sitting
cool.
in the corner,
smart.
like cutting the promo, like sat in the corner and stuff.
Yeah,
it's cool, man.
And he is super intelligent as well, right?
Oh yeah, he's really, really intelligent. Really intelligent guy. Dude, I loved his TNA run. To be fair, like I used to love him when he used to wear the kilt.
Yeah,
that kilt gear. I was like, fucking, he looks so cool. He looks such a badass.
What's he doing now?
I don't know, mate. I don't know if he's still working on that. Was he the Frankenstein fucking model? Oh god. Talking about big pieces of meat, mate.
He won the NWA, didn't he? He won the World Heavyweight Championship, MWA. I think.
Did he?
Yeah, I'm sure he beat.
Recently?
No, it was 2005. It was in TNA.
That was their title. Yeah, it was their title. Yeah, he had a couple of runs with it. He had a feud with Jericho and Jarrett and stuff, didn't he?
Yeah. Kane, great big guy.
One of the best ever, right?
Yeah, has to be. Glenn Jacobs.
Big old hoss. Look at the fucking size of him, man. He came a long way from fucking a crazy dentist, right? What a gimmick, man.
Yankum,
Boxer gimmick. Yeah. Isaac Yankum, Jesus. I've got a great idea. He's going to be a dentist. good shit.
I know people say like the Vince Stone Cold storyline is one of the best storylines ever. Surely Kane and Undertaker's a very close second then. That entire sort of story arc from like it's just genius. So good.
I think the stuff when like Paul Bearer was
Yeah.
all involved in it as well was just fucking brilliant. And like the look at him even picking up this.
So we're not going to see a whole lot of wrist locks here, chat.
It's just crazy, isn't it? There's a bum for every seat, mate. This was still the time where like where it was still this shit was still kind of well not new, if you know what I mean, but
Yeah.
refreshing.
And here comes the Big Show. Listen to the crowd go mild. It's so frustrating because he should have been the attraction. He should have been the Andre attraction. We've said it in our overrated. Again, go back and listen to the overrated podcast. Big Show is one of the most disappointing. Whether it's down to him as a person or whether it's down to just piss poor booking, it's just so frustrating. So frustrating.
Well, they said, didn't they? Like, there's a few like interviews and podcasts and stuff that I've listened to, and they've said like this is a great spot. He just catches him.
I wouldn't. Fucking
strange. Don't really understand. I don't know why he didn't just like hit him with a move or something there, and then sell it, and then turn around into it rather than holding on to him for fucking half an hour. But there we go. It's not time to put logic to an illogical situation, Dan. You fucking silly bastard.
It's wrestling and it's also a hardcore match. It doesn't really fucking make sense.
It doesn't matter. Yeah. It don't matter.
It doesn't matter if it's a hardcore match. So Big Show says that Kane is like one of the like most stable people he's ever been like held up by. Him, Mark Henry, and John Cena are the three people that Big Show trusts more than anybody. To like to hold him up in the air.
Yeah.
It's just down to pure core strength, right? He's a big boy.
He's like, this was maybe an era where, or very close to an era where maybe some of the guys were on some really good vitamins. And Kane here is the biggest he was ever before and after. Yeah. Like, he's huge.
Big boy. Okay.
Imagine, like, I've never seen anyone, like, imagine seeing that in real life, just, like, bumping into him, like, somewhere and just being like, fuck. You know what I mean? Like, he's a big old lad, isn't he?
Do you think they ever should have unmasked Kane?
No.
Nah.
I think it's, there's, like, certain things that they've done, which are just, like, never be done. Like, Kane is... He's the big red monster, isn't he? Like, they shouldn't have gave him a voice, for me. He should have always had a manager. Like, imagine how fucking mad that is as a gimmick. Just having him, like, oh, there you go, straight. He even just jumps out the fucking curtain. Oh, dear. Yeah, just imagine that, like, all the way through his career, he never spoke. Yeah. And, like, no one ever saw his face. Like, if there's somebody to do it with, then it's Kane, right?
Yeah.
Such a great gimmick. Was it Bad Blood 97? His debut?
Yep.
He ripped the door off the cage.
That's gotta be Kane. Yeah, it's... Like you say, there's a few things that they've done that probably they should never have done, but, you know, the fuck.
Big Show finding it impossible to lock a fucking padlock on a door. There you go. If he can pull the fucking door off a Hell in the Cell, he's looking at pulling the fucking fence door off that, is it?
Fucking hell. You ever done like a hardcore type match?
Nah. I've took like chair shots and took belt shots and I've been fucking thrown over me and all that sort of stuff, but I've never had like an out and out hardcore match. For me, it's not my kind of thing, really.
Yeah.
To me, I don't really get off on it. It doesn't really, you know what I mean? It doesn't really like interest me. But
Nah.
some people do. Fair play, let them crack on, street fights and hardcore matches or whatever, but I prefer Rasslim, that's wrestling.
Thing is, I suppose they've got their place. It's like there's hardcore wrestling. There's a hardcore match, obviously the use of like shit like this, and then there's like outlaw mud show,
Outlaw
like
Mudlaw,
shit.
yeah.
It's been a long day. Yeah, it's just fucking hell.
Fucking hell. Now, quick story. They one of these prefab things, they've made this. This is a gimmick thing. This ain't there. They've made this. Now, what they tried to do here, they went through the wrong building. They went into the wrong room.
No way.
So what they're doing here is they're actually damaging something that was there. They should have been in the other one. Oh, that's this Big Show's face. That's so fucking stupid. Oh dear.
And
I do quite like this as a spot. I just love it. This Raven comes walking in the
picks up a table.
So Raven's just been launched through a fucking pane glass window. Look at him. And it's
Run away.
there's a bum for every seat, guys. So we're watching this. This is like the circus. You've got the trapeze act. You've got the the big old drop there.
Oh my god.
So they were meant to do a big chase here. They were meant to be driving all the way down. The first thing he did is drive it straight into the fucking side of the stadium. The referee holding onto the belt on the back of the thing.
Fucking, I didn't run him over.
Jim Ross trying to sell it.
Yeah, gotta love it.
Big Show and Kane are not that far off, are they, in terms of height? When you look at it like side to side like this, fucking hell. It's so poor. This is the thing that I don't like about these types of matches is when they just they punch and walk, or they'll like the kick and walk, and they'll just like carry straight across the drinks. There's a Snapple. Snapple's damage.
Fucking hell.
It's ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. Lettuce is gone. Salad's up. Not the salad. Holy shit.
Caesar salad.
This is the thing. This is what I don't like, is they hit and then they just like pushing you around and dragging you around and stuff, and it crazy.
Yeah, it's...
There's the running order. Just got wiped out.
Unlucky.
It would be bad if it had the fucking results on there, wouldn't it? The winner of the match is underlined. With bold. One of these things is not like the other.
That's the worst headbutt in the world.
Aye.
Is this not the one where Kane like leg drops him from the stage?
Yeah, they go through that.
Isn't it? Yeah.
Yeah. I think it's the other way around. Doesn't Kane go through it and then the Big Show leg drops him or something, or elbow drops him? We'll find out in a minute, won't we?
Yeah, exactly.
We'll find out. Look at the size of that stadium, though. Imagine.
Can you imagine just being out there? It's like,
here we go. Oh no, it's the other way.
wow.
You miss it now because of all the fucking smoke. There we go.
Okay, one.
The pin on the side. Get ready.
And that is
over.
That.
Oh dear.
And we're going to hit pause now. Okay. I mean, the match went for like 9 minutes, 28 seconds. I think it's
probably about 6 minutes too
long. Exactly, yeah. I think it's really difficult, right? Because for the time, it was that sort of era and generation where this was like, holy shit, that's really cool. Like Raven getting fucking yeeted through a window, like getting ran over by a golf cart, shit like that. It's funny, but yeah, for me, it just went on just a tad too long. I'm probably going to give it like a 2.5 for what it is. It doesn't sort of float my boat at all, to be honest. It's not my...
Yeah, mate, I was at a 2.
Yeah.
I'll probably give it a 2. It's not like doggo, but it's not for me. It's really not for me. Like, yeah. I get why it's on there and that, but yeah, 2. Sorry, Kane. Sorry, Raven. Sorry, Big Show, but it's a 2 from me.
Like, to be fair, 2. Right, I'm going to include them. All 3 of them are, like, I suppose, like greats in the business, right? Big Show, I know he's on our overrated list, but in terms of spectacle, he's up there. Kane as a character is great. Raven, we've already spoke about. But yeah, I just collectively, I don't think this worked. It's the only thing they could have done together, though. But yeah, just not cool. Just not cool. Happy so far, Hawxy? We're getting into the good stuff now, right? It's going to be a good one, right? So we've done Raven, Big Show, and Kane in the hardcore title match. Kane wins that, obviously. What we're going to...
When you go for the... Sorry, just really quickly, when you go to like the jump to bit,
yeah,
it's obviously the end of the show, the end of the match. Just Raven, Big Show, and Kane fall through the stage.
Oh, man.
Now.
Okay, we're now going to go to 40 minutes, 40 seconds. We're going to go to the Eddie Guerrero versus Test, both no longer with us, for the WWF European Championship. I think this could be... I can't remember this match, to be honest. I actually can't remember the match. This is going to be interesting for me.
It's the best match that Test ever had in his life. So it's 40 minutes and 40?
Yep, 40 minutes, 40 seconds. Yep. Okay. And we're going to press play in 3, 2, 1, play. Latino Heat.
So good.
Hey, Latino Heat. And he's coming out with Perry Saturn.
The most ridiculous hat you've ever seen in your life. There's some big superstar Billy Graham vibes coming from Perry Saturn here as well.
I could easily pull off that hat. That would be so good. I want a hat like that.
That hat would work for you, to be fair, Shieldz. Definitely.
Perry Saturn's still alive, but he just disappeared. People thought he was dead, right? He rescued someone from being raped, I believe it was.
Yes. Yeah. He was homeless and stuff. Yeah. He was in a bad way, yeah.
Did he get shot?
He's good. Perry Saturn was good.
He could go.
Like, it was the whole mop thing, didn't he? He fucked that lad up, didn't he?
Yeah.
He had that match with one of the... I can't remember the guys now, but it was basically a jobber, wasn't it? Like an enhancement talent, and he just beat the fucking shit out of him, and he got made an example of.
Moppy. Eddie Guerrero, one of the best.
Just so good. Everything he did, everything he did.
The best frog splash ever?
Oh, aye.
Not even close. Yep.
Yeah, not even close. Look at this traps, man. Fuck me. That is one of the naughtiest mullets as well.
I'm rocking the mullet, man.
Yes, man. $1 million body with a 10-cent brain. Poor fucker.
Big boy.
Dude, when you look at him there, walking to the ring, all he needed to do was be 50% in the ring, but just have a mind for it. All he needed was a 50% mind to go with all of that, and he's
a Vince McMahon's wet dream.
Oh my god, yeah. Best part of 7 foot, easy 6'8" or whatever. Jack to the gills. Good looking lad, like he's a good looking lad. You can't fucking deny that. You know what I mean? And fucking pleather trousers, Jesus. Tell me you're in 2001 without telling me you're in 2001.
European champ. Test.
The Canadian guy as well.
Yeah, I didn't realise. I didn't realise it was Toronto. Ridiculous.
This is the thing, like, beautiful gut wrench. Oh, beautiful, beautiful gut wrench sit out. Not sit out, sorry, fall out. And that was a 2 count.
Mm-hmm.
It's the thing with, like, Guerrero is, like, what he would have done is he would have sat down with Test. Guaranteed this was what would have happened. He would have sat down with Test and said, right, what can you do? Give me 5 moves or 10 moves or whatever, you know what I mean? And he would just been like, okay, just fucking listen to me. Because he's got a foot difference and probably 50 pounds, right?
Yeah.
It's really hard for a smaller guy who was still a big. Because look at the size of Guerrero; he's a big lad, isn't he?
Yeah, yeah.
It's tough for like a smaller guy in height wise to work against a guy with Test stature, especially when Test ain't straight up. Check the oil, we're all right. So Test has currently got his fingers up Eddie Guerrero's arsehole on a press slam. That clothesline was absolutely dreadful. That was one of the worst clotheslines you'll ever see in your life. So many Irish hits, Guerrero calling it, telling him to do every single. I bet you Perry Saturn was there probably as well to help him out.
Yeah.
And thank goodness Perry has taken that hat off. So good. Adelaide! Look at the fucking size of him.
I always get really nervous when, like, someone like Tess goes on the top rope. It's like it could
Big
go
lads
horribly,
get
horribly
up.
wrong.
Big lads like that are not meant to be up there,
Yeah.
but fair play to him. Fair play to him.
He has a elbow drop as well, doesn't he? From the top rope.
Test.
Yeah, I'm sure he does. That was one of his moveset anyway, I'm sure.
Ouch. Fuck this up. Fair play. So this is a botch, right? This isn't planned. Guaranteed this isn't meant to happen, okay? So Guerrero has seen that and thought, do you know what we need to do here? We need to take the referee away and let Perry get involved to get some heel heat. This is how much of a botch it is. Guerrero's actually helping him get his fucking leg out. It's
Fucking
crazy.
hell.
There you go.
Could have ripped his legs to shreds.
Guerrero had a little look to the back then as if to say, like, what the fuck is going on here? That's hilarious. Excuse me, I've never noticed that before. Guerrero was stood on the apron and he looked back to the curtain as if to say, like, are you fucking for real?
But the consummate
When an
professional
opportunity
going for
presents itself, you got to work it, right?
Yep.
Got to work it. I love Guerrero's gold and black boots. I always liked his boots. They're really cool.
You know the ones that I really liked, and it's not his wrestling boots. See when he debuted on Raw with the rest of the
The Radicals.
the Radicals. It's the sort of cowboy boots, like snakeskin boots that he wore.
Yeah.
Just so cool, man. Just
It takes
so
a cool
cool.
motherfucker to wear snakeskin, right?
Yeah, 100%.
He's one of the best. He's one of. They're talking about it now. Actually, I think they're talking about like Mexican wrestlers and stuff.
Yeah.
He's got to be one of the best ever to ever do it.
Oh yeah, 100%.
And how old was he when he died? Was he 38, 39?
Let's have a look.
He wasn't in his 40s, was he? He wasn't that old.
Oh
I'm
no, he
sure of
wasn't
it.
that. I don't think he was that old. No. Eddie Guerrero. Come on.
So just throwing some shots back and forward, on a little bit of heat, ready for a hope or a comeback here, maybe.
38 years old.
38. So he still had a good few years left in him.
Yep.
He could have gone till what, 45?
Oh,
Easy.
easily, yeah.
So it's another 7 years. Was it 2006? 2005, 2006 he died?
2005, yeah.
2005.
November 13th, 2005.
So he could have gone for another 7 years. So we could have had him in 2012. About some of the guys he would have been working with in those like later 10s and early 10, like, they've been so good.
Can you imagine how, like, because he would have still been involved in wrestling. He would have been like in the, if he was just plucked into the storylines just now. Imagine the deadbeat dad from Rey Mysterio and Dominic Mysterio, and like obviously linking into the storyline of him thinking he was Dominic's dad and stuff. Just going back in history with that. Obviously, Shaul Guerrero, she was also in NXT as well. It's like,
yes, she was. Yeah.
It's just, yeah. There's so many missed opportunities. I think it's very, very sad. Very sad.
Oh, so good. Fucking Eddie got so far up there for him as well. It's brilliant. He got so high up from here. He helped him out. Oh, and that tilt-a-whirl side.
Making Test look like $1 million, right?
Yep. It's the best match he ever had in his life. Not even fucking close. As I said, it's like, I'm going to work with your... Here we go. Beautiful.
A lie, a cheat, a steal.
I steal. And then he takes a ref away. And I love that.
Perry Saturn's suplexes really don't get enough credit either, by the way. It's like, he's fucking... He's
the Three Amigos, mate, were really good. Yeah. Oh, Perry Saturn.
Perry Saturn,
yeah.
Perry Saturn in general, yeah. Here we go. I'm going for it. No,
there we go. See, he's Test is a huge guy to get up there. I know he got like loads of extension there, but that throw, that soup play, it was just beautiful. So
a bit
good.
froggy. Oh.
That roll is perfect. Duck the fucking boot as well. Don't know what that kick was for.
Punt.
Give him the out. Wrestling.
So good. So good.
So that's obviously, that was his finish one at the pump paddle power slam. So Perry Saturn being there was give him the out.
Yeah.
Give him the distraction. Big boot, sit down. And he knocked his fucking moustache off his face.
Yeah, it was the big boot was his finisher, was it not?
Is it? I always thought it was the pump handle. However,
I thought it was the big boot.
Like I said, I'm not a huge test mark, mate. It's Big
Dean
Dean.
Malenko.
This is good. I love this bit. It's Dean's face here. Oh! I lie, I cheat, I steal.
One,
two, three.
Latino Heat.
The proper dirty heel finish. All the factions involved. Getting all the bad guys involved. Get them on the show without having a match. Easiest payday Dean Malenko's ever had in his life. Eddie's made Test look like $1 million. Eddie's got the hat on.
He's now wearing the hat. What's not to love? Okay, we'll hit pause here.
He's selling it as well. Brilliant.
Okay. For me, it's probably been the best match of the card so far. In my opinion, I think it's testament to how good Eddie Guerrero is. You know, Test was never great, but you know he pulled him through that match. For me, yeah, I'm going to give it slightly better than Jericho William Regal. I'm going to go for 6.5 out of 10 for me.
I'm going to go for 6, mate. I'm going to go for a 6. So half a point better than.
There we go.
Half a point better than I think. I like they get half a point because of the hat. There we go. But yeah, it's the best match Test ever had in his life. Guerrero made him look like $1 million, and yeah, it was good. Solid, good match. Nice heel finish. 6 out of 10. Easy.
Nice. Okay, moving on to the next match then. It's going to be, I believe it's Kurt Angle versus Benoit, which is going to be interesting. So if you go to the Jump 2 page, It says Kurt Angle competes in a singles match. Obviously, don't specifically mention his name. So it's 53-24. I mean, it's understandable why they don't, right? I mean...
Yeah, mate, I get it. I do get it, but it's just... It's
sad
nuts,
because he's probably one of my favourite in the ring. It's like, I always really... I liked Benoit in the ring, which makes it even sadder. It's like, fuck. Okay, so 53-24, Hawxy, you ready?
Yes, I'm ready to go, mate.
Okay, 3, 2, 1, play. Gotta love a bit of Kurt Angle.
You have, and you've also got to love a little bit of Kurt Angle and Chris Benoit. You know, so when these guys are in the ring with anybody, then they're going to leave it all out there every time. But when they get in there together, it's like
magic.
Fucking yeah, and they're just gonna hit me as hard as you want. Just don't do it in the face. You know what I mean? Like, let's just fucking have it. So good. Look at the size of fucking Angle here as well. He's jacked. This is pre-perk Angle as well, so he's got a little bit more about him.
Olympic hero.
His neck. Look at the neck muscles. Neck muscles underneath his ears.
I don't know if you know this, Hawxy. I don't know if you know this about Kurt Angle, but did you know he won a gold medal with a broken freaking neck?
Did he really? I never knew. No one ever told me this.
They really should have made his gimmick about that, right?
They definitely should have made it. They missed the right trick there, haven't they?
See, this is what you think. I should be involved in wrestling, you know, just these genius ideas. So Kurt Angle's cutting a promo just now, listeners, so that's why we're listening to him.
I did like when Angle used to come out and cut his promos, the old 3 eyes and all that. Lose the freaking cowboy hats.
It's so good.
You're not 7 years old anymore. So good.
Thing is,
Paul Heyman's there. He's talking to you, JR.
Fuck.
The music's cool as fuck as well.
So many memes about it now, right?
We're gonna watch this as we're watching it then. Just take away all the shit.
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay? We'll watch it we'll just watch it as we're watching it.
I mean, you're talking about Angle's neck. Look at the fucking thickness of his fucking neck.
But he broke his neck as well, didn't he?
Yeah. I think
Benoit broke his neck
times.
back in WCW, so yeah, and in ECW as well.
This man could fucking go, right? It's like...
Yeah, it's like with Kurt Angle there, you can see him like getting himself like in the fucking zone. Like this is real now. This is real now. They're gonna have a fight here. They're not gonna fight like as in terms of like beating the fuck out of each other, but they're gonna have a rumble.
Yeah.
They're gonna fight. You'd see it in his eyes, the pair of them. Look at them. So like I was listening to Kurt Angle's podcast and he was talking about the opportunity that he had to go to the UFC. And he was on Joe Rogan as well. I don't know if you've listened to that. It's definitely worth listening. Like if you had healthy Angle in the UFC, he would eat motherfuckers' faces, wouldn't he?
Yeah,
let's have it right.
Yeah.
He'd have been a champion of some sort at whatever weight level he wanted to fucking.
He would have been
the guy
a better
at the
Daniel
Olympics
Cormier.
was. Oh yeah,
and Cormier was amazing.
Love the way Angle's. If you watch Angle, he gives Benoit what he wants him to take. This is how good he is, right? Benoit's double hard anyway, but you're in there with an Olympic gold medalist wrestler, like one of the best wrestlers of all time.
Yep.
You watch Angle's like he's letting Benoit wrestle him, but he's giving him what he wants him to take, and it's just beautiful. We might go quiet watching this, guys. I'm sorry, but
at this period of time in WWF, WWE now, Angle, Benoit, and Jericho had some of the best fucking matches on any card ever. Just because they could just go, man, just so good.
And Jericho's cut from a slightly different cloth than these pair as well. Yeah. And for him to get all involved in that mix it was just a respect thing, right? They were
100%.
They were brought up that way, yeah.
You know what I love?
Angle's on.
simplicity.
He's on it. Look here.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
But this is what you're going to get from these. You've had the hardcore. You've had the P and the T. You've had the fucking the big boys beating fuck out of each other for 4 minutes.
Yep.
You know what I mean? This is wrestling, isn't it?
Yep.
You know what I mean? Like it's like this is serious shit. They're putting over like on commentary now. They're putting over Japan. They're putting over the fucking dungeon, the Heart Dungeon. Dynamite Kids. They're getting it all over here. Look at that for a throw. And he's kept hold of it as well. He gave him his arm.
Intensity personified, right? It's just fucking. Yeah.
They're on it. It's like they're just ready to go, man. It's fucking brilliant.
The thing is, though, right? You could put those two in any sort of arena. Like, it would be obviously they're in this arena, but you could put them in like backstage in a wee room, and it would still be this intense. You know what I mean? It's just fucking. They're not playing to the crowd. They're just doing what they do.
There's some people are put on the earth to do like certain things. You know what I mean? Like Jimi Hendrix was put on this earth to play guitar.
Yep.
You know what I mean? Like Ronaldo was put on this earth to play football. Like
me and you were put on the earth to do a wrestling podcast.
To do podcast, exactly. These pair were put on this earth to wrestle. Really, for me.
See the sign at the back. I just broke your ankle. So good.
See, so he takes the leg, look, and he gives him the arm as if to say, like, that's your way out. Take it. Angle's neck can't move half a fucking degree. Look at that. That's as much extension that Angle's got in that neck. Look at his eyes. Look at him.
Just fucking intensity, man.
This is brilliant. If you're not watching this, like, these pair are just fucking zoomed in on this. They're the only two people in this whole fucking... Them and the ref are the only people in this fucking arena right now.
For those that are watching, we're now at like an hour and 5 seconds in. If you want to catch up, if you haven't done so already, it's just insane, man. Just absolute ring awareness as well from Kurt.
I'd be gassed up after like 2 minutes of this.
I'd be fucking gassed up. You see the length of that fucking walkway, I'd be gassed by then. Fucking. Give me a minute.
So I used to do this as a warm up when I used to take the training sessions and stuff with the boys. I used to do. So you'd start off head to head, like literally bent over head to head with your hands together, and then it was the first one to pin you on the mat. So it's basically doing what these guys are doing. And I swear we used to do 30-second rounds because it fucking absolutely murders you. The cardio you need to be doing this for extended periods of time is ridiculous.
It's all body weight, right? It's all your body weight on each other. It's just fucking...
Yeah. It's... Oof, there we go.
It's the first... So what's that? Been about 3, 4, 5 minutes in? And that's the first sort of strike we've seen?
A strike, yeah. And it's obviously coming from the heel. And it's such a good story. It's like, look, like, I'm the wrestler here, but I can't beat you, so I'm just going to have to... Look at her screaming. Dude, this is 22 years ago.
Fuck, that makes me feel old, man. Don't do that.
Does that not freak you out?
Yep. Certainly does. The Spanish announce table.
Oh!
That's gotta hurt.
And fucking Angle with a woo.
Woo! The rabid Wolverine.
So he was 2 years in, 3 years in, Angle here.
Yeah, something like that, yeah. The quickest to ever take it up.
The best.
The best.
Yeah. In hindsight, like when you look back, obviously on the career he had, he's definitely the best to ever like take it up as quick as he did.
Yeah.
And I genuinely think if old Logan Paul sticks around for a long time, he's going to be in the same conversation as well.
Yeah. funny though. His heel, so Angle's heel work is so good. And when he originally started, he thought that people weren't going to boo him because he was an American hero. It's like, you know nothing.
They got him to cut the promo, didn't he?
Yeah.
They basically gave the Iggy to the referee to give him a mic to cut a heel promo, and he'd literally done it on the fly there and then, which just shows like how good he was there as well. It's like, okay, I've never done this before, and this is my first match or whatever, and you got me cutting the promo and turning heel, and he done it.
I think what's really good about Benoit, right, is like you never really see him like this doing the trash talk. It's just pure like, you know, in this match you see Kurt Angle like John with the referee, John with Benoit and stuff, but Benoit doesn't. He's just like purely in it. I'm just gonna beat the fuck out of you. That's I just honestly.
But that was his thing, wasn't it? Yeah. It's like he didn't need to. All his talking was done. All his talking was done in there.
Mm-hmm.
Chops, man. Benoit, just throw them in as well. Here we go. See you later.
Belly to belly.
Beautiful belly to belly. He looked after him then as well. Benoit, Angle always looks weird with hair. I'm so used to him being bald for like most of the time. Yeah. When you lick him with hair, it's really weird, isn't it? And again, that was better.
So, in terms of cardio here, how fucked are these guys just now?
So I was literally just about to say like what Angle used to do when he was in his wrestling training and when he would train when he could do it, he would do like exhaustion training. So he would train until he was empty, like exhausted, and then the proper training would start.
Fucking hell.
So he would their warm up would be to when somebody's being sick or whatever, and then they would start. It's just fucking the extent. I can't imagine how fit both of these guys are. They'll be gassed, they'll be blowing, but they won't be like, we need to stop now. We need to stop. You know what I mean? Because they're still going for it. They're not slowing down. So yeah, they used to do the exhaustion training.
Can you imagine how like fucking stiff they would be the next again day? It's like, oh my god, I can't fucking move. Oh my god.
But yeah, that's why those vitamins came in handy, mate. Yeah. Allegedly.
Allegedly, yeah. This is just so good.
Yeah. Nice snap suplex. So like the way it's like back and forth, if you know what I mean.
Yeah.
So you've had Angle with his thong on. You've had like both guys on top for like extended periods of the match. It's nice to see.
Jesus. It's gotta hurt.
It's probably one of the fucking best ones to take as well because it was like really low angle. It weren't like a high vertical suplex, if you know what I mean. So yeah, I'd rather take that one than a vertical one.
Look at the crowd, man. Just fucking...
Oh. Benoit.
How much strength does it take to do a German?
A lot of it's technique.
Is it?
I don't know did you see that picture that I put on Twitter recently?
I don't know.
If not, I don't know. If not, I'll WhatsApp it to you now. Love these counters. So he's got his own finish on him, which is fucking sick. Chris Benoit.
My God.
He got him. There's no stretch in that neck. That sucks. when you've got a bad neck and you've got a crossface on, it really, really sucks. Really sucks.
Crossface.
Oh. There's not. I would say that's snug. I would categorize that crossface as snug, guys. For people who are not watching, Angle is nearly ripping his fucking head off. Oh dear.
Oh, shit. And referee bump.
Why not? Why the hell not, eh?
Mm-hmm.
I didn't tap.
Raf.
So the intensity on, like, the fact that he's got a tooth missing as well, Benoit, like, it makes it look really like really fucking brutal as well. He's like, ah, like snarl in his face.
Angle slam.
Beautiful high angle suplex.
That's 2 and 99 hundredths.
Yes. Angle used to really, really, really take his time with his kickouts as well. The amount of times people would be like, nah, he hit the free. He's like, no. So these guys are just, they're in the bottom of the fucking...
Go for the moonsault.
Bottom of the barrel now. So Kurt Angle never used to like going over the ropes backwards. If you get clotheslined over the ropes, he always used to turn round.
Yeah.
Yeah, he'll do a fucking moonsault off the top of a cage. Mad cunt. Sorry, is that me beeping? I don't know. Oh dear.
Oh, headbutt.
This is CTE. Oh,
ouch.
It's uncomfortable viewing, isn't it?
Yeah. Yeah, it is a bit. But we said we're not going to think about.
Yeah, just brutal, isn't it? There's 2 low blows in 2 matches back to back in the same way, which is a bit naff.
Yeah.
It's a beautiful takedown. I love that takedown.
Pulling the tights. Nice heel way to win at the biggest show of them all.
And that's the cool thing about this match for me. They've gone through all that, so they've wrestled each other. Then they started having a wrestling match, and then they were doing submission back and forwards, and then we're doing big moves with the suplexes and strikes and chops, and it's finished on a roll-up with a tight pull. I love that. Love that.
The thing is, it's one of
it
those
keeps
ones.
both guys strong.
Yeah, exactly.
Go on, sorry.
Yeah. No, I was going to say exactly that. Yeah, it keeps both guys strong. So good.
They're going to get the good camera angle as well.
Mm-hmm.
Brilliant.
Okay, I'm going to hit pause now.
Yep.
All right, Hawxy boy, what are you thinking of that?
I will give that a strong 8 out of 10, just because of like how fucking good of a wrestling match it was, and it had everything really in a wrestling match. It had the, like I just said, it had the wrestling at the start, the back and forth. It had the bigger moves. It had the near falls. It had the high spots with the missed fucking moonsault, like, and it finished on a really heelish way, and it kept both guys strong. Great match. When you got 2 great performers like that, and you want to keep them both strong, that's how you do it. 8 out of 10, easy. Yeah.
Yeah, I've got mine already written down. It's 8 out of 10 for me as well. Yeah, it's just I'm a huge Kurt Angle fan. I'm a huge Chris Benoit in the ring fan. I think those two coming together every single time was always going to be a winner. And yeah, it's just that had everything. It was the sort of mat wrestling that you wanted. It was the hard hitting. It was the look for submissions. There was a bit on the outside which was cool, but not too much. I think it was paced really well. In terms of, we talked about Kane, Raven and Big Show going maybe 6 minutes too long. I think it was timed sort of perfectly. It was the right sort of length of match. It was like 14 minutes or something, I think it was. It was a decent minutes, but it doesn't... it's a well-timed match when it doesn't feel that it's 14 minutes long, for example, in this case. Yeah. And that's just different gravy, right?
Brilliant, mate. Love it. Love it.
So, do you agree with what me and Hawxy have said so far with our different scores? Let us know in the comments section on our YouTube channel. You can email us. You can email us at wrestlemark10@gmail.com, or you can tweet us at mark_out of10. We want to hear your opinions. Do you enjoy this particular WrestleMania? Let us know all the way through. Okay, guys, before we move on to the next match, which I believe is the women's match, there is a bit of sort of, I'm going to say breaking news. We all know that we're a big CM Punk fan on Mark Out of 10. And we know that he's appeared on both Monday Night Raw, SmackDown, and NXT. He was on the NXT event as well, but he hasn't yet stepped in between the ropes. He hasn't yet wrestled a match. And people are starting to get a bit antsy about that. However, it is reported that Punk's return match is going to be on a WWE live event on December 30th in the KIA Forum in Los Angeles. And apparently he's going to take on Dominic Mysterio in a first-time matchup ever. Now, the interesting bit for that is that's actually, if the rumours are true, that's going to be held on the same day as AEW holds their World's End pay-per-view event. I wonder...
Amazing.
I wonder if this live event will be shown on some form of television.
Television. That's very, very interesting, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Are we going to get to see... Are we going to get to see some more market share being taken away from AEW by CM Punk?
So
Part of me hopes yes. Part of me hopes yes. Oh, brilliant.
So yeah,
I'd love to see it.
I'm just looking at some dirt sheets there just now, just as we were getting a bit of a drink. So a peek behind the curtain. We paused the podcast and went for a bit of drink there. But yeah, so it is only
time.
It is, yeah, exactly. It is a rumour just now, but yes, apparently CM Punk's re-debut match on WWE is going to be against Dominic Mysterio in Los Angeles, December 30th, the same day as the World's End pay-per-view for AEW in Long Island, New York. So that's going to be really interesting if that happens.
That'll be a really good match as well, because
yeah.
Dominic's like a really good heel, and Punk will be all over him and really bring him out, really bring him out of it. That'd be great.
Be a good match.
Brilliant. Cool.
Okay,
awesome.
Back to WrestleMania 17. See, guys, we still provide a bit of wrestling news, even when we're just watching a WrestleMania.
We ain't fucking about, mate. We're all in on this, mate. We're all in.
No pun intended. Yeah, okay, Hawxy, we're now on to the Women's Championship match. It's... it's Ivory versus China. Let's see what happens. So let's just get through it. An hour, 18 minutes and 1 second is what should be on the clock. Tell me when you're ready.
I'm ready to go, mate.
Okay, 3, 2, 1, play. Again, the right to censor music from Ivory.
For me, this gives me go away heat.
What, Ivory or the music?
The music.
But again, you said it earlier.
So good.
It does what it's supposed to do, right? That music, it's that sort of heel, and the gimmick of right to censor was so good. It's like, for the time, I think it was actually a genius gimmick to put in play.
Do you know why they did it?
Why?
Because of, do you know, at the time they had I think it was like the Parents Association of America or something crazy like that. Because of all the kids were like doing wrestling and stuff in the school, and then the networks got involved with certain shit, telling them they can't do stuff and they can't get women in bikinis and all this bollocks. Mm-hmm. So they basically started the right to censor gimmick as like a piss take for all that going on.
Just as a side note, did you see the sign behind JR and Paul Heyman?
No. What did it say?
Vince is the true pimp.
Fucking comment. Oh dear. China looks fit here. I'm going to say it. I'm just going to throw this out there. She looks fit here. She's like toned it. This is cool. I used to love this entrance.
She's had the jaw surgery though, right?
And she's not like massive. She's like toned. You know what I mean? Like she's lost. Like she still looks in really good shape.
Yep.
But she's not like a massive meathead. She's like really nice and toned.
This is the return from injury, right? The kayfabe injury. It's Ivory had injured her neck or something.
No, she doesn't need to run though. Please stop running, China. Stop. Please don't do that.
Stop.
There you go. Stop it. Yeah, she obviously had a bad neck or something.
Yeah, I'm sure that was a storyline. I'm sure she was doing her handspring elbow and like Ivory forearmed her into the neck, and like she was like carried out on a stretcher and stuff.
Yes,
It was something like that, right?
Yeah.
Hashtag wrestling knowledge.
Yeah, she looks really good here, China. Fair play to her.
I love the fact Ivory is like
shitting
herself. Yeah.
Yeah. That's what it needs to be, right?
Yep. Believable. Yeah, because I think the run up to WrestleMania, she didn't think that China was going to come back.
Is that what I think? I feel really sorry for Joni Lauren. Like I've.
Yep.
She had a lot. She was pumped up by a lot of people, and she had a lot of people in her ear.
Mm-hmm.
And she listened to a lot of the wrong people. She could have been one of the greatest things ever in wrestling if she just listened to the right people, the sensible people. It's sad. Bless her.
That's what it was. That was the... I'm sure she got hit with in the back of the neck by the title.
Ah, there we go.
Fucking Ivory was like one of the better heels in women's wrestling. She was so good.
She was one of those like
shit. Those were terrible.
She's protecting her though, isn't she?
Yeah.
So good. A zealot. When was the last time you heard the usage of zealot?
I use it frequently in my Monday meetings.
Oh, and your Tuesday, and your Wednesday, and your Thursday. Great line.
Any day that ends in day. Those forearms are snug as fuck. The first couple were, anyway.
No one gives it. China was.
No fucks are given.
I want to be wrestling the guys. Like, that's fine. She's had matches come from like matches with Hardcore Holly and fucking Jericho and all them lot. Like, she's gonna throw it in. That was one of the worst hip tosses I've ever seen in history. But there we go. Bump and feed, Ivory. Just find her. She'll be there. Just find her. She's all right.
Ouch. Made an arse of that.
It's just the timing's off. That's all.
Yeah, that's the issue.
China. When I'm watching her here, she reminds me now of Jade Cargill.
Yeah.
Big time.
Fucking hell.
So it's like what she's doing as well. It's like disrespectful, if you know what I mean. And she's pinning the wrong side as well. There we go.
Yep. Hard cam's the other way. To be fair, Ivory did that at the beginning as well. If you notice, she was actually doing her like two-hand up gesture to the wrong side.
Oh, I did not see that. Probably too busy staring at China. That's some strength, that.
I mean, she was a strong woman, right?
Yeah, I know, like, Ivory's not the biggest person in the world, but there's still some fucking shoulder strength and technique to get her up there. She just shit all over fucking Ivory there.
And this was China's only reign with the WWF Women's Championship.
That's mental.
Mm-hmm.
That's a crazy stat. She was IC type champ for a cup of coffee, weren't she?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yep, she was a one-time WWF Women's Champion. She was a two-time Intercontinental Champion. Okay, I think pause it there.
Yeah.
Hawxy?
I'm gonna give it a 2.5 out of 10.
So you thought that match was better than Kane, Raven, and Big Show? Yeah.
Just because of China's look, basically. I'm going to throw it out there. I don't give a fuck. It looks good. She looks good there, right? That's all it is. What else can I say? But yeah, like that was It was more of a wrestling match than theirs was. Like I said, I'm not a massive fan of this hardcore stuff. I'm not a huge fan of it. It's just it was
Yeah,
too much for me.
fair enough.
She gets half a point for the headband and half a point for the hair and half a point for the gear. There we go.
Okay, fair enough.
And maybe half a point for that power bomb.
Purple was tight.
Yeah.
I suppose then you've got to take into our entrance as well, the bazooka entrance.
Oh, the bazooka, that's half a point. There we go.
Yeah.
We're there or thereabouts, aren't we? There you go. Add them all up. What do you get?
You've got 2.5. Amazing.
There
For
we go.
me,
It's just a nothing match, isn't it? It's just like a throwaway match for me. Yeah.
I'm probably going to go about a half point less than you. I think a 2 is probably fair for it. I mean, I know the rest of the card. It's not going to be the worst match in the card. We know. I know what I'm thinking about.
The main event, yeah. What?
Obviously, yeah, absolutely. I don't know if you should even watch the main event. I mean, let's be honest. Anyway, yes, I'm going to go for 2 out of 10. China versus Ivory. It was a 2.5 minute match. Not, like you say, as a nothing match. I think China's first and only reign as WF Women's Champion, which is crazy.
Who beat her for it? Who beat her for it?
Was not, I want to say Lita? Was it?
Was it when she was on the way out? Because she didn't stick around for much longer after this, did she?
No.
It wasn't really long.
Let me just have a quick shifty.
This is what Google's for, guys. So this just shows our expertise on China's title reigns.
Oh, but, no, sorry. Technically, she was an undefeated champion. She vacated the title.
When she left?
So she defended her title against Lita at Judgment Day in 2001. She then vacated the title as her final WF match. So yeah, she beat Lita and then she vacated it.
That's crazy. So even on the way out, she didn't want to lose. How mad's that? Yeah, so she wanted Stone Cold money. China wanted Stone Cold money, and it was never going to happen. Poor cow. But yeah, she done good. We still talk about her today. She's still in that conversation. She's so fair play to her. But yeah, it's just a throwaway match for me.
Yeah, absolutely. Okay. So we're moving on now. We are going to the street fight. Shane McMahon versus Vince McMahon in the street fight. I'm looking forward to this.
I'm looking forward to this
I'm
one.
really looking forward to it.
There we go.
Okay, so if you're wanting to follow along with us, guys, as we're watching it, 1 hour, 31 minutes, 42 seconds. Again, if you're watching WWE Network, you've got the jump to section at the top right-hand corner of your screen. You should have Mick Foley looking like a badass, because Mick Foley is a special guest referee. Love a bit of Mick. Okay, ready, Hawxy?
I'm ready, mate.
3, 2, 1, play. No chance.
So this is obviously the culmination of the WCW versus WWF buyout. It's not like the invasion or anything like that. It's WCW were bought literally. I think it was the week leading up to this. I think the Tuesday it was finalised. Properly finalised was the Tuesday before this.
Yep.
They had the little spot before, didn't they? Shane come out and pointed up to his fucking homies up in the skybox, and there's freaking
Sandman.
Just 3 people sat there just looking miserable as fuck. Like Sean Stasiak's there, fucking.
Why am I here?
Yeah, it's just.
They would have got a payday for that, though. I mean,
they definitely would have, mate. Yeah, 100%. This match is just
again. We've talked
brilliant
about,
for what it is. I love this match, by the way.
We talk about sorry, I interrupted you there. Apologies. We're talking about we don't like hardcore, right? Or we're not a huge fan of it. I think hardcore works if it's. I mean, this isn't strictly hardcore. It's street fight, right? It's slightly different, but when there's a story that grips you so much. And I think adding Mick Foley, the king of hardcore, into this match, I think it's it gives it a genuine feel to it. It's a case of these two guys hate each other. There's going to be no rules. It's just fucking it's a slap by Vince. I mean, it's not going to be a pure striking.
This ain't Benoit and Angle, is it?
No.
But for what it is,
the prodigal son.
I think there's a bit where Shane goes outside and he's already got a welt on his eye. He's got like a proper mouse underneath his eye, just from Vince just being. Fair play to that. You can say what you want about fucking Vince and Shane and like Stephanie and all like whatever. You can say whatever the fuck you want, right? But when they got involved, they went all in, didn't they? Like they didn't hold back. They didn't pussyfoot about it. It was like, look, if we're going to do this, we just need to do it. Let's just get involved. One of us is probably going to get hurt, but we have to do it, right?
The thing is, it's not just that. They like
fucking sit down, Vince.
They add something to a storyline. You know that the McMahons do that. Awful spear. You know, it's like
bunches of shit as well. Fucking so much daylight there.
I mean,
sorry, go on.
No, I'm just saying it's like the McMahon sort of family, Linda, Shane, Vince, Steph. It's like they add like a something genuine to it, whereas like fucking again, we're not gonna shit on Tony Khan here, but you know when Khan comes on the camera, you're like, just fuck off. You know what I mean? There's just McMahon's there's the welt that you're talking about. Baseball slide.
It's just the whole brunt of it. And Shane just like, yeah, if you're going to have it, you're going to have it. Let's just say that you're not looking at two jacked up dudes who are trained wrestlers. You know, when you watch them, you think that these guys have trained and they've gone through the ring and they've been around. You know what I mean? Whatever. It's literally just father and son who've had a couple of fucking like training sessions on how to roughly kind of take a bump. And it's like, okay, let's go and have a fucking 15, 20-minute match against each other. They just beat fuck out of each other.
What, Vincent in his 60s here? 50s?
22 years ago, he'd be 50s.
Fuck, I mean, even so, you know,
mid-50s, like 55, 56, I think. Something like that. He's like 77 now, 78, something like that, isn't he?
Yeah, something like that. He looks like 108, but that's a different matter. He looks like a poor bugger though, right?
He looks really, really bad now, bless him. The last few years have
been rough.
Added a lot of miles, haven't they? Yeah.
Did you see when he walked in with Undertaker to the UFC event?
Yeah, with his cane.
Cane, yeah. It's like, geez, that's gotta be a cane.
Vince smashing the back of his head off the floor.
Yeah. Shane's got no fucking fear as well, though, right? It's like,
yeah. He's got big shoes to live up to, hasn't he, with his dad? And it's like, I would imagine that's probably the way that he thought it. Oof.
Not near his head there. Fucking hell.
He broke his fucking neck.
Will he ever win a gold medal with a broken freaking neck? That's the question. Here we go.
They couldn't have had anybody better than Mick Foley being in there with him, could they? Exactly, really, looking after everything and making sure it's all okay. Oh,
that's gotta hurt.
Vince has got his hoodie on, his t-shirt as well. So a kendo stick is basically almost four bamboo shoots together, tied at the top and the bottom, with like a little bit of a bung at the top, so it spreads the bamboo.
Right.
So when it hits you, it opens up, and then when it relaxes, it closes back up. So you're not only getting a slap, you're getting a pinch as well.
Ouch.
And I've never had it. I never ever want to get hit by a kendo stick. I've seen homemade ones on British shows and stuff, but I've seen people who've been hit by kendo sticks, and fuck that. That's all I'm saying. Not a chance. Not a chance. Not for 20 quid and a fucking bag of crisps. Get fucked.
Down goes McMahon.
But your Jim Ross is probably loving this.
Yeah.
Get him, Shane, get him. Hey up. Always the poor Spanish announce, isn't it? Every time. It's all Savinovich, like, come on, guys, please.
Hugo Savinovich and Carlos Carrero?
Carlos Cabrera,
yeah. Legends.
So, Dad, where are you going?
Come here. I want to smash your face in. I want to smash your face in with this fucking monitor.
Hit you with the monitor. Dad, come here. Oh.
So those aren't gimmick then, no?
No. Oh, no. Not then.
Shit.
The tables were slightly gimmick back then, mate, but everything else wasn't. All the chair shots and fucking all that shit. Nah.
Oh.
Big spot. High spot.
First of many.
Holding on to the hand. And he slid off.
Pull Daddy out of the way.
Jim Ross, man, on the call. When his voice starts getting all raspy and rattly and just croak, yeah, it's fucking so good. That fan? The dirt on that fan? He just slid off. Look. Oh.
No, here we go.
Here we go.
Trish Stratus.
She looks just a whole other level there, doesn't she? Jesus.
Oh.
She's Texas girl, isn't she? That's why she's got the hat. No, she's not. She's Canadian, isn't she?
Yeah, she's Canadian.
Yeah.
I don't care. SmackDown, know your role. That's all I'm saying. Oh. It's just ridiculous, right?
Aye. Yeah. There isn't really much else you can say.
Smack.
Look at them boots. Big
Linda played this fucking role.
Absolute blinder. Well. Absolute blinder. There's a guy doing something to the wheelchair wheels here.
Yeah, I saw that, yeah.
Did you see that? I don't know what he was doing there. Oh, that slap was shocking as well.
Go on, Trish.
Brilliant. The crowd is so into this as well.
I think it's the culmination of like months and months, right? That long-term storyline. We talk about it all the time, you know?
Yeah. It was literally months, all this, wasn't it? Fucking Foley just stood there like, I don't know what to do. What am I going to do here?
I ain't gonna fucking involved in that. I've been in death matches. I've had my ear ripped off. I ain't getting in between those two. Fuck that.
Set on fire. Yeah, here we go. And he waits until Stephanie gets on top for him to go and break it up, which is cool. Little aside. I love that, the kicking and screaming thing. Sold like a fucking champ as well. The crowd are just absolutely fucking all over this. Hollywood Fall. So if you're not watching along at home, Trish is basically chasing Stephanie up the ramp, and Mick Foley's following them.
And now
Vince is staring. You bitch. Vince is staring at Linda, who's sat in the wheelchair.
Beside Howard Finkel.
Quote unquote, on with toes. You bitch.
She plays this role so well, man.
It's so good. He Mick's like, don't you dare. You can't tell me what to do. I'm the goddamn boss around here.
Foley.
I could only shudder to think of what he was thinking of.
Fuck.
Oh.
Edge of the chair to the back of Mick Foley's head.
Yeah. That camera angle is fucking phenomenal.
So good.
And Vince knew exactly what he was doing there. He was like milking the camera shot, milking that angle. It's brilliant. Asshole. So Vince is now getting Linda out of the wheelchair. and putting her in the ring.
I can't wait for the. You know what bit I can't wait for?
Yeah. I might even turn the volume up on the
that's
fucking
exactly what I'm
network a bit. So Shane's still down. Shane's all fucked up after the table high spot.
Look at Linda,
Vince
not
is
even
going back
moving, like
in.
a fucking champ, man.
So
Everybody
Vince is
thought he was
putting a
going to
steel
fuck her.
chair in the corner. That's what we're going to do. So good. So Linda's just sat in the corner chilling. Vince has gone back to get Shane. So she can watch her baby boy get the shit kicked out of him by his daddy. Trash can number 1.
Number 2.
Trash can number 2.
Lands on his ankle.
Trash can number 3. And fuck it, it's WrestleMania. Let's go for number 4.
Good shit. Whack.
Oh. Unprotected metal trash can to the top of the fucking head.
Fucking.
And Paul Heyman just got smashed in the face with it when Living smoked it off out the ring. So he's giving Linda some shit. You want to fuck with me? You want to screw with me? This is what happens. Beating the shit out of him.
The can's all sort of fucked up. Linda. Dead ass
Third time's
stare.
a charm. Here we go.
That pop. Oh my god.
Spread your legs. Oh!
In the family jewels. And here comes Mick.
Jewels! Oh, everyone is on their feet. Everybody is on their feet. I'm nearly on my feet. I'm getting goosebumps watching this. It's so good. Foley beating the shit out of him in the corner, giving him the
Mick
big
Foley's so good, man.
bang bang. I love that turn, the way he used to turn away with like his head tilted to the side. Boom! Big thigh attack in the corner.
Look at the adrenaline in London, man.
Yeah. Oh, mate, I'm getting like emotional watching this. It's so fucking good. I
It's the
love
first
it.
time we see a coast to coast from Shane McMahon.
Yep. Would we have ever seen this on telly before?
What? The.
Would have been Van Damme, maybe?
Yeah, it would have been Van Damme and ECW.
In ECW?
Yeah.
Yeah. But no one ever did it in WWE before, right?
First time.
So there's probably only about 15,000 people that have seen this before.
I mean, if we're wrong, let us know in the comments.
Yes,
let us know.
exactly.
Email us in. Tweet us.
Look at that. Oh, the flashbulb's going off. What a bump. Fuck. Mick checking he was all right.
Yep.
Shane would have been working on fucking adrenaline straight away, yeah. There we go. 1, 2, 3. Absolutely incredible. Look at that. The crowd are all over it.
This is what the crowd needed, though. They needed that. Again,
Yeah.
It's all about placement of matches, right? They knew that this was going to be like the culmination of Lance Storm, Chavo Guerrero.
Fucking hell. Hugh Morris.
Yeah.
That was Mike Awesome as
That
well.
was Mike Awesome at the back, yep. Oh. I don't like a one stinking bit.
Oh, and then the mom and Shane and Linda having a big hug.
So good.
Every single piece of the puzzle in this match was booked into this match. I guarantee this is a Pat Patterson.
Oh, 100%.
I'd put a considerable amount of money on the fact that Pat Patterson booked this.
Yeah.
And the place I go banana. Just so
Sean
good.
Stasiak.
Brilliant.
And we'll
What a
pause it
fucking
here.
match that is. Yeah, we'll pause it here, mate. Yeah.
Unbelievable match. Like,
Ugh.
just so good.
Do you want to go first, or do you want me to go first?
We're doing it on an individual basis, right? So I'll go first. We're doing it on an individual match basis, right? And we obviously we know the story. We know that what happens before, what happens after. This here was, in my opinion, the perfect match for this particular storyline. You know, and it had everything. It had the payoff between Trish and Steph, because obviously there was that animosity between Trish and Steph as Trish was getting close to Vince McMahon. We had Trish turning on Vince. We had Shane going against Vince with WCW, but also the way he treated his mum. And then we had the payoff with Linda McMahon coming on. For me, I'm going to give it a 10 for absolutely everything. I know it's not your sort of same, like, on the mat wrestling type thing, but in terms of just pure storytelling wrestling, that match was fucking incredible.
Yeah.
So yeah, for me, I'm giving it a 10.
Amazing. So I'm giving it a 9. Basically, it'll take a lot to get a 10 from me. It really will take a lot. So if we do these watch-alongs again, just for future reference, it will take a lot to get a 10 from me, because the 10 is obviously perfect. This is as close as you can get to just being just an incredible, quote unquote, like 5-star match for me, if you know what I mean. It's a 9. Every single piece of the puzzle, every moving part, everybody had their part to play. The long time storytelling, the reactions, the spots, like the turns, the twists, like everyone, quote unquote, getting a bit, or getting a bit of their shit in or whatever, and just the stand up. Just the culmination of, like, the finish of the match isn't important. It's the stand. It's that, like, it's that's the finish. That's the payoff. Incredible. That's what proper.
Yep.
Like, we talk about wrestling. Obviously, we're talking about Benoit and Angle earlier on. It's a really good match to have on the show, because it's like a really good sort of like example of a wrestling match. But like, this is wrestling. Like, this is wrestling, RSSLIN, wrestling. Yeah. Like, it's story. It's not two guys who are jacked up to the gills who can go 20 minutes blow to blow, fucking high spots and near falls and whatever. Like, this is wrestling. It's storytelling. How it makes you feel. I was getting goosebumps and emotional watching this match, and I've seen it 100 times, and it still gets me. It still gets all over me. So for me, it's a 9. Easy. I think easy 9.
What I love about it as well, it's like, you think about where the story's going, and obviously at the time we don't know where the story's going, but if you look at it with hindsight, it's like, again, it's the perfect thing in terms of the invasion angle, right? Because it's Vince loses, but he doesn't lose clean. You know, it's a case of Linda screws him, part 1. Mick comes back in, kicks fuck out of him, and then it's the coast to coast by Shane. So again, it's the sort of slow build to the ultimate Vince McMahon victory over WCW, you know, and it's actually a sort of, it's like the Monday Night Wars, right? It's the start of that, but in a wrestling storyline. Do you know what I mean? It's a case of Vince is up against the odds, you know, he's getting beaten in the ratings, he's getting there, and then, as you know, with hindsight, as the story goes on, Vince comes back, and then it reaches the pinnacle of him beating WCW finally after all this time. So it's basically, it's in parallel to the, like, Monday Night rating wars, which I think is really interesting.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's just such a good match. So good.
Yeah,
I forgot how good that match is, to be honest. It's been a while since I've watched 17, so I'm really, it's so much fun, so good. Fucking
when you look at this on a piece of paper, like, you look at the card or whatever, it's like Shane versus Vince, is like, oh god, but it's fucking it's just chef's kiss, beautiful. Cool.
I think it's difficult for you for a 10 out of 10, because obviously you are a wrestler, you can identify with stuff like that, but purely from a fan perspective, for me, I think just, awesome match, fucking brilliant. We go from one to another. Guys, we are now going to the Hardy Boys.
Fucking wait to watch this.
Hardys versus Edge and Christian versus the Dudleys in Tag TLC. This is the second one, right?
This is the second one. Yeah, this is the second one.
Okay, so
this is the one where all the everyone talks about. Basically, this is the one where all the highlights come from. We're at 1 hour 51 and 22 seconds, or you can go to the little jump to section, and it'll be like obviously a little bit further down. So yeah.
Okay. 3, 2, 1, play. Here we go. 3 of the best tag teams. Here we go.
So I always forget, like, who were the champions going into this, and I think I forgot who wins here. I think I can remember. But it's not about that.
No, it's not. No,
it's like these three young groups of lads who literally they changed their lives in this match, probably for the worse. It probably took a couple of weeks or months off their life, but they literally changed their life here.
Here was in the background, hear the music.
Yeah.
Can we agree when we get to that match? Can we do the jump to the promo, just so because it's there?
Yes, we have to watch the promo. We can't not watch the promo.
The Fink. The pop.
The music, man. Look at these two young pups. Look, Jeff Hardy could move, and Matt Hardy could actually walk. Fair play to him. Team Extreme.
So good. Fucking just so cool, right? It's just so cool.
Dun, 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 dun. These were such a product of the time, weren't they? That sort of new metal, like sort of movement that there was. Like, they were perfect at the time. You think you know me? These pair. Look at the state of them fucking glasses Christian's got on.
That's just unreal. I feel
Christian's
so sad for Christian.
Got a t-shirt on, like, yeah. There's always one Marty though, isn't there?
Yeah. Poor fucker.
The leather man, big leather jacket.
Mm-hmm. Long hair. You think
he definitely looks better with shorter hair?
Who, Christian?
Yeah, 100%.
I wouldn't say the same about Edge, though, to be fair.
To have, like, you reckon?
Yeah, I think I prefer Edge with long hair.
I used to love this, the firework coming down. It's brilliant the way they used to do that.
Such a good tag team as well.
Talking about two big hosses.
Yeah, big boys.
These are some big boys.
The Dudley Boys.
So good. This is the calm, the relative calm before the storm, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
It's crazy.
Mm-hmm.
2 seconds. I'm just going to turn the radiator down in this hotel room. Just keep playing. It's absolutely fine. Bear with. It'll take me 2 seconds.
Still doing the entrances anyway. So this is the second table ladders chairs match. After the success of the first one, they were sort of pushed into this, and it just lent itself naturally to the storyline that these three tag teams had. Here we go. Look at the crowd, man. The crowd's insane.
I think they knew, obviously, they had one last year, didn't they?
Yeah.
So they know they're going to top. They know they're going to have to top it. So it's like, right, what we're going to do here? Look at that big sign. They get the table sign.
Mm-hmm.
I miss signs in the crowd.
Mm-hmm.
Really do.
Miss good signs in the crowd.
Yeah. I think we've got Twitter and Facebook and everything now. You can instantly share your opinion, can't you? Back then you had to wait until you went to a show and hope you made a good enough sign to get spotted on the telly. You know what I mean?
Jack, yep.
It's crazy.
Those damn Dudleys. There might be a lot of silences in this as well, guys that are listening. It's just, we do forget you can't actually see this unless you're watching along. Oh. Here we go. First bit of furniture coming in.
Yeah. And that's what I like. So it's like, oh, fucking Jeff took that so tight. So it is a TLC match. So like, why not use the tables as the chairs? And it takes the heel team to get it involved like really quickly. Because Edge and Christian were the heels, and Hardy Boys and the Dudleys were the faces, weren't they?
Yep. We want tables.
When you look at Edge walking around this ring now, he's quite a big lad, isn't he?
Yeah.
Oh, Canada, from sea to shining sea.
Fuck.
Oh, he didn't even put his hands down. Jeff, come on, mate. Jeff just took a double toe, drop toe hold onto a fucking chair and just didn't.
Gotta protect yourself, man.
All the scars on the back of fucking Devon's head and Bubba Ray's head, sorry. This is from matches like this.
Yep. Having someone like Heyman on commentary for this type of match is just perfect, right?
Yes, because he gets it, but you can sell it well as well. So he's not just like, he's not a Joey Styles just being like, it's like he's selling everything. $65,000 people live. Fucking hell. Oof.
That's gotta hurt.
Yeah. It's on a really hard part of the ring as well. That external part of the ring. You want to be bumping, like, obviously dead center if possible.
Yeah.
Fucking Dave. And Bubba Ray just, like, half hanging it into the crowd, like, shit. Fucking hell. It's not even from that high up, but that you could hear that fucking, how loud that was, that bump.
The thing is, like I said to you before, I couldn't take a bump. My body would just explode. It was like...
Yes. When you don't take a bump for a while, you can definitely feel it. But if you learn to do it properly, it's not too bad. Great synergy by the Hardy Boys there, that bumping it exactly the same time. Makes it comfortable for them and comfortable for the guy as well. No, it's a silly little thing, but making sure they both hit that bump at the same time is bang on.
What's up?
Bully Ray's a big... He just picked Edge up like he weren't even fucking there. Yeah.
What's
amazing.
Up?
It's like a really shit advert. Make it into a quality wrestling gimmick. Yes, please.
Testify, Devon.
Testify. Listen. They learned a little bit later on, didn't they, to do the 3, 2, 1 countdown, and then let the crowd do it? Yeah. Because if they'd done that there, that would have been mental.
And blown the place up. See the crowd. It's TP time. It's T crossed out. P time with Chris Jericho. That's so good. I think it's testament again to how good these guys are. The fact that they didn't get injured, like seriously injured with. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Oh, you're fucking.
I mean, he didn't even flat back that, so it was basically the back of his head and his neck pretty much fucking put Edge through that table then. Oh.
How did that not break his ribs, man? You know what I mean? It's like, goodbye, fucking...
You see, look, it's not all his body, because you can't see. Oh, I didn't break his neck. Edge is like, no, oh.
He's like,
shit.
Fuck. So the big ladder spot later, right?
Doing a little interior decorating.
So good.
Dudley style.
So good.
Oh.
Big Daddy Dudley.
I used to love it when Bubba Ray used to have the stutter.
My name is...
He used to get hit over the back of the head.
Yeah. One of the best bits is The Rock, though. It doesn't matter what your name is.
The ref launching himself out the way, and the fucking cameraman's like, fuck.
The showcase of the Immortals. Oh, you
I wonder who... Oh! Cheers, Bubba.
We've just seen the birth of Broken Matt Hardy. Broken Skull. That's a great scene, man. Just fucking...
All three of them getting up there.
So good.
It's the first time anyone's tried to get really properly for it. That's me. Oh, and Christian straight over the end as well. Oh.
Do you not think that the ring is too far over to the right-hand side? The belts aren't in the middle. It's really annoying.
No. Yeah. They probably just, where they set it all up, they were probably off by a foot.
Bet Vince was going crazy.
Yeah, definitely Vince definitely wouldn't have liked something like that.
Yeah, somebody would have got fired for that. It's definitely a good couple of feet off.
The Christian here. Oh, so Christian... So all six guys were on top of three ladders fighting. And the guys in the middle pushed the two ladders up the side away from them. So Christian's basically stacked it over the top rope from a ladder in the ring to the floor on the outside.
How high would that be?
And now he's back up. So the ring would probably be 3 feet, 3.5 feet maybe.
Right.
That ladder's probably best part of 7.
Yeah.
So him looking down is...
We just had Spike Dudley coming down. I love the Dudley Dog.
Doing the sliced bread as well. And another one.
Through the table.
To the outside, through the outside. Oh, through
Poor
the table.
Christian, man. Spike was a fucking demon, man, honestly. Fair play to Spike.
He was an English teacher as well or something, wasn't he?
Yeah.
This is a great spot. Oh.
Here comes Rhino.
I loved Rhino so much.
Big hard fucker, right? Gore.
This one here. Thanks for coming, Matt. Ow, 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 ow.
Ouch. He's a strong fucker as well. Look at the thighs on him, man.
His thighs are bigger than my torso.
It's ridiculous.
Oh, Matt's head proper slams off the back of that.
Here comes Lita.
Hotter than a blowtorch in a microwave.
Mm-hmm.
Sweet baby Jesus and the orphans. Fucking phenomenal.
If you're watching along, if you know, you know.
Yeah.
Oh.
If you don't know, then I ain't telling you.
Oh, fuck me.
So Edge has just gone crotch first into the ropes from the top of a ladder.
Jesus.
Lita is absolutely beautiful, isn't she?
Yep.
Sorry to go there, guys, but you got to appreciate it. Oof. Love that. The sound of the ring in this era was brilliant.
Fucking hell. That's dirty.
It was.
3D.
Paul Heyman, take it all off.
Lita's not frightened to take a bump, right?
I don't know. Edge has got the chair, the concerto. Well, chair into chair.
Is this the big ladder coming up?
Get the big one. What, we've got a big one?
Yep. Fuck. I actually ducked from the ladder falling there. I was like, fuck. Look at the size of that fucking ladder.
So that ladder is bigger than from the outside than it is the ones on the inside of the ring.
What do you think? 12 foot?
Yeah, as Paul Heyman was saying. Yeah. Probably maybe
14.
Yeah.
Jeff is fucking crazy, right?
Very.
The Vicodin makes sense now.
And all of that was on Spike as well. Smaller guy. Spike's rubbing his nose like, have I got a bloody nose?
Spike, your leg's facing the wrong way. Yeah, but is my nose bleeding? That's like one of the scenes in WWE.
Yeah. He did it later on at SummerSlam as well. Did he do it against Punk?
I think so.
Was it against Punk?
Look at the size of that fucking ladder, man.
He's struggling to get it in the fucking ring. So Edge has now got the massive, huge, massive.
It's literally touching the
15-foot ladder or whatever. Yeah, in the ring. Showing it again. All the flash bulbs going off. Oh,
so good.
So we got Devon and Christian climbing up the big ladder, trying to get to the titles. Oh,
so good.
Now this spot would have paid off so much. It would have been fucking so good if it come off.
Yeah.
Oh, Devon dangling dangerously. Vince would have loved that. He loves a bit of alliteration. Oh. See, this is where they got a load of shit recently, didn't they?
Yeah.
They would have had like refs and people holding onto the ladders. That would have been such a good spot if it came off of him doing a walk across the ladders. So Jeff Hardy's just tried to go from the top turnbuckle in the corner, walk across the top of 3 ladders to get to the belts, but one of the fucking ladders fell over. Bastard.
I mean, the only way they could have done it is if they Devon and like Christian bumped and then rolled to be at the bottom of the ladder. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like,
just sort of hold on to it a little bit. Yeah.
This is the spot.
This is the one that everybody sees, and the timing on this is just sublime. Oh,
it's Edgy's face as he lands.
Face on the way up. Yeah, when he sort of sells back up from it.
Yep.
Jeff Hardy might be broken smack dab in half. What a spot that is. The way Devon, the way he comes off the ladder and like swings into it as well. It's like perfect timing. Look at that.
The landing was perfect, man. So
it's beautiful, yeah. Flat back bump as best as you can from that height. Edge just sells it like a boss.
This fucking bump scares the shit out of me, man. Oh my god.
Oh my god. So Matt and Bubba Ray have just literally gone from the inside on the ladder through 4 tables that were stacked on the outside in the entranceway.
Jesus. Holy shit indeed from the crowd.
Yep. Holy shit indeed. Now I'd want to hit these tables first. I would want to be the first one to hit.
Yeah. So much shit could have went wrong there, man.
A lot. Them table legs, mate. If you're falling on that from a height like that, you're dead. My God, say a prayer for these 6 men. Just these pair on this call all night. They haven't missed a beat. They haven't missed a single call the whole night.
So good. Edge and Christian win the WWF Tag Team Championships.
And they also win it with a bit of help
from Rhino.
Like the perfect heel way to win.
So good. So good.
The carnage everywhere. Tables are fucked. Ladders are fucked. Belts, chairs are all over the gaff. Bodies all over the floor.
People are
everywhere. Yeah.
It's just... It's like...
How none of these guys got like a severe, like massive injury, like during the... You know what I mean? Like, where they can't continue.
That's what I was saying earlier. It's like it's testament to how good they are as a tag. They all are as tag teams, and even like Rhino, Spike, and Lita coming in just to.
Yeah.
I mean, they're obviously going to be hurt. There's obviously going to be injuries there that we don't know about. But in terms of serious injury, there was nothing. You know, it's just fucking.
It doesn't help their cumulative bump cards because you only get so many on your card, by the way.
Yeah.
Ask Edge. That's the reason he had to retire.
Yep.
Because of shit like this. But nobody like came out of this match with like a broken ankle or a broken wrist or a broken fucking leg or something. Yeah. And it's a fucking miracle, really.
Fucking insane.
When you look at all the stuff that was going on.
Yep. Right.
We'll pause there, mate.
Yep, pause there.
Yeah.
Take it away, Hawxy.
Mate, for me, that is a 9.9 match. I can't give it a full 10. I can't give it the full 10 because it's not perfect because of what it is. It's a big old gimmick match, but for what they did for the industry, for what they did for themselves, for what they did for this show, that was a game-changing match. We saw history there. Literally, like when we were watching it back in 2001, we didn't realize how much of an impact that would have on wrestling forever and a day. Every single person in there is a Hall of Famer. We done the tag team top 10 the other week.
Yep.
They could have been the same number for me because of all of this stuff, what they were doing back then. And mate, it's a 9.9. It's not perfect, but it still gets all over me. That match does for what they did, for the spots, for everything. It's one of the best gimmick matches in the history of wrestling.
Yeah.
Without a shadow of a doubt. 9.9. Easy peasy. Yep.
One of the best matches ever. I think, again, if we're going for pure feeling, it doesn't give me the same goosebumps. There's obviously certain spots, like the Jeff Hardy Swanton through Rhino and Spike, and then you've got the spear, and then you've got Bubba and
that spear
Matt.
spot is just fucking
it's incredible, right? So there's like, for me, I'm giving it 9.5, right? Excellent match. For me, the Shane and Vince one, that gave me goosebumps at certain bits, whereas this one was just it was a case of jaw dropping, which is slightly different feel. I totally understand what you're saying in terms of like what they did for the industry, what they did for tag team wrestling, what they did for the sort of gimmick match. They cannot be touched, right? It's just incredible. But yeah, definitely 9.5 out of 10 for me.
Can't say fairer than that, mate.
Yep.
Can't say fairer than that.
100%. Awesome. Right, okay, so we're moving on. So 9.9 for Hawxy, 9.5 for me. We both agree, fucking insane match. But we go from 1 to something slightly different.
One of these things is not like the other.
We're going to go to 2 hours, 27 minutes and 17 seconds. It is WrestleMania 17's gimmick battle royale. Now, you know, we're going to go a bit serious here, okay? Some of these gimmicks are really hokey as they are now, but at the time when they first came into like the wrestling world, this is what paved the way for wrestling to become what it is today. Okay, so
you can't shit on the history because they were there when nobody else was there, right? Yep.
These were the guys that started it, and I mean, we're going to see some absolute legends. We're going to see some not so much, but bona fide stars of their time. And, you know, we mock, we jest, but these are some of the legends of the business that you've got to put respect on their name, right? Because without them, we wouldn't have wrestling as we know it now, correct?
We definitely would not. 100 million %. Couldn't agree anymore. You got to
Cool.
respect for what was before you. 100%.
Right, okay. So 2 hours, 27 minutes, 17 seconds. Are you ready?
I think so.
3. So you should see the back of Sergeant Slaughter on your screen just now. 3, 2, 1, play. Sergeant Slaughter, man.
He made some money. I tell you what, the old Mean Gene and Bobby Heenan on the commentary as well. So we've got Earth,
Who
Quake,
we got? Gobbledygooker. We've got
the Goon. We've got One Man Gang, Doink the Clown,
Tugboat, Kamala, Koloff, Iron Sheik.
We've got fucking P.S. Hayes in there as well. Bushwhacker.
Jim Cornette.
Cornette's in there. And the Shake, Iron Shake.
Who else? One of the Bushwhackers. We've got...
Who's the guy with the bald head in the middle? Or with one of the Bushwhackers? Who's that?
That is... What's his name?
That. Oh, Big John Tent is gone. Kamala, man.
Yeah. What is his name?
We'll find out in a minute. Look at these boys.
Doink the Clown.
Yeah, Brother Love's in there as well.
Yeah. I love you. I mean...
Jim Cornette's in there with his fucking tennis racket look. It's just an absolute monstrosity, isn't it? So we're not talking much over this because it's just loads of guys who can't.
The
Garbage man. Fucking hell! How did we not get that? Hillbilly Jim's just walked around. I don't think he's thrown any fucking punches. Hillbilly Jim, has he? Look, he's just chilling. He's got the right idea, though.
God,
the Goon, man. Fuck me.
Michael PSAs. Goon's arms caught in the rope.
That won't be Matt Bourne, will it? Under the Doink the Clown. I'm trying to think who that would have been then.
No idea. Any old fucker. It doesn't matter the difference.
Yeah, it could be Chris Jericho, really.
And obviously this is the one where Iron Sheik is just holding on to the ropes.
Akapoto, you want me to win? Oof.
Heart.
Big old belly slap.
Look at the shoes Sheiky Baby's wearing.
Brother Love.
Oh,
great
here
spot. Hillbilly Jim.
And we've got our Sheiky moment, baby.
Sheiky moment. And the crowd goes mad. We spoke about this, didn't we, when we done the show? The only reason he won is because he couldn't get over the top. Here we go.
Selling absolutely nothing. Cobra Clutch.
Big high spot for Sarge.
Yeah.
Getting that vengeance on. You maggot. Phenomenal.
Teddy Long.
Look at the lifts in Shake's boots as well. He's got about a 4 or 5 inch lift in there, look.
And he's out.
Amazing.
USA.
Amazing.
And pause. I'm going to give... Look, we've mentioned it was the precursor at the beginning. This was They paved the way. You know, they are not in peak physical condition. Just because they're legends, I've got to give them a 1, right? Give them 1 out of 10. Fucking hell. Jesus.
The best thing, we're watching this, right? We're fucking having it. Oh, that's such and such, and here we go. He ain't fucking moving, and look at the state of this. And then it's like, right, so what we're gonna mark it at 10? It's like we gotta get serious for a second to fucking have a proper conversation about it. Oh god.
Right, okay.
I'm gonna give it a 1 out of 10. Let's just fucking move on.
What's really important though, right, is again, it's about match placement. Everybody knew this was a nothing match, and after the TLC match, they had to put something in to let the crowd recover because there's still 2 big matches to come, right? So if this match wasn't there, would you have still got the pops that you're going to get later on? Probably not, because the crowd will be spent.
Yeah.
So, you know.
Yeah.
So yeah, 1 out of 10. Excellent.
1 out of 10. It's a coffee break. It's a toilet break, isn't it? It's a grab a beer. It's a breather. Oh, it's just
we had our cheeky moment though.
It's crazy, mate. There's always going to be a cheeky moment in the Mood 10 podcast, guys.
100%.
You can guarantee it. Fucking hell.
Okie dokie.
It's got all over me. I'm sweating. It's literally got all over me. I was trying not to lose my mind. It's just ridiculous.
I'm dying.
Oh,
okie dokie. Right, moving on. The penultimate match of WrestleMania 17. Undertaker
Triple H
versus Triple H. I wonder who wins, Hawks.
I don't know. I forgot. I'm really excited to find out.
2 hours, 38 minutes, 38 seconds. Triple H versus Undertaker. You should see Triple H in the ring, sort of facing away from the camera. Ready?
Looking all jacked up.
Looking jacked. Howard Finkel, left hand side. 3, 2, 1, begin.
Begin. Keep rolling.
Dead man walking.
Zombie cowboy, mate.
Zombie cowboy. So good. Oh man.
Hands up, hands down, back up. Tell me what
My lock in Mount Rushmore, he's got to be on it. Fucking phenomenal. In-ring talent, gimmick, ability to change over time. Fucking huge Undertaker mark, man. So good. So fucking good.
I think it was really good that he had like the time away from the dead man thing. He was still sort of being a badass, but just being a badass in a different way. Like just that little switch up in between.
Try me.
Just keeps it a little bit fresh and I'll make you famous, kid.
Digging holes, taking souls.
I might have used that line in a promo recently. I'll make you famous. Oh dear.
Here we go. 2 big guys just fucking hitting fuck out each other. You gotta love it. See, that's a headbutt there. You know, we saw the headbutt from Big Show before.
Yeah. Yes. Yeah. Batman and Joker, innit? They were. Yeah. They've got a Spanish announce table is just like a normal table.
It's gone.
Oh god, that's so good.
Dead Man Inc.
Dun, 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 dun. Limp Bizkit, like, done really well off the WWE, didn't they?
Yeah. So that was reference JR was making to The Undertaker's never lost at WrestleMania.
Cerebral Assassin.
Such
a great fucking... Yeah, he's phenomenal, isn't he? The speed, beautiful. That high knee as well, it's just gorgeous.
Doesn't miss a beat.
And he's come straight up. Which sorry guys,
Yeah, sorry, we're doing it again.
we're just all into it. Like this is the thing. Like when you get these big boys in here, oh, what a fucking back body drop! Undertaker just back body drop Triple H about fucking 10 feet in the air.
The thing is, Triple H can sell his ass off as well, though, right? It's like it's not just about him fucking hitting people or doing his own moveset. His selling is so good.
You have to as a heel. As a working heel, so you got to think about where Triple H was brought in. He had Killer Kowalski. He was trained by Killer Kowalski. He was one of the greatest territory wrestlers, one of the best trainers in history. Mm-hmm. And like he knew, like Triple H knew, you have to sell shit. You have to do it, because if you don't, then no one will buy into it. No one will buy your shit. If you ain't selling, no one's buying. It's so good. He'd sell great as like from underneath as a face as well when he used to do his face stuff, and if he had people who would get on top of him, he'd sell great as a face, and as a heel. Look at this fucking athleticism on Undertaker there. He's growing a bit.
They're just so good.
No wasted motion, mate. No wasted movement.
Everything means something.
Everything they do, everything they do is on it.
Old school coming up.
So you got to think about like I said, it's Batman and Joker. These pair, they're always going to be there in the same conversation as each other.
Yep.
You look at all the good stuff that they did in both of their careers. Like they sort of crossed over on a couple of occasions, didn't they? You know what I mean? It was like. It weren't just like one big feud. It was like they would do a big feud and have a couple of years, and then they'd have another big feud in a couple of years, and it's crazy.
So Taker just did the old school move, walking along the ropes.
Triple H fucked him off the top of the rope.
Mm-hmm. It's amazing to think, was it 10 years later they then had their WrestleMania match again?
The one with Shawn as the ref.
Yep.
It's mad.
And it was even better than this one. It's like...
Yeah.
They do just get better with time, right?
Yeah.
This was the time.
Obviously, it's experience, isn't it? It's experience, but it's like, I guarantee, I know for a fact that, and I'm not putting myself in anywhere near the same category as what these guys are, but the older I'm getting, I feel as though I have to work harder in there to like do something. So they'll have that tenfold, if you know what I mean. Like, so when you get like 10 years on these guys now, whatever, they'll be in their 40s easy.
Mm-hmm.
It's like we've got more to prove because we are getting a bit older and we've got to try us a bit harder. So it just, everything gets better. Like Triple H giving loads of shit to the ref. Oh, there you go. It's a Ric Flair move.
Mike Chioda. Good referee as well, Mike Chioda.
Great ref. I'm surprised they got rid of him a couple of years ago.
Yeah.
Really surprised. He was around forever.
This is around the time where Triple H was easily the best heel in the business.
Yes, and he was definitely going into that monster run as that heel on Raw, wasn't he? Doing all that mad stuff when everyone was away, like Stone Cold and The Rock and all that was away, weren't it? Like 2002, 2003, 2004. So it's not like after this, he's just getting his wings here, isn't he?
Yeah.
At least, I love that knee. I love that knee.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's interesting there. Taker just did a whole host of punches from his knees to Triple H's like midriff, and again, this is the difference between like the Shane punches from Vince earlier on against like Triple H and Undertaker punches. There, it was like you hear everyone connect. Oh, sledgehammer! This is the only gimmicked one, isn't it?
Yep, and this is the only time he ever hurts anybody with it. I wonder why they chose to gimmick this one. You know what I mean? Because of all the times he's used it, and he's never hurt anybody. And then obviously they just we're going to use a gimmicked one now.
Could it?
I wonder what the decision was.
could it be the state they were in? Maybe the state commission?
The athletic commission, potentially. Yeah. But mate, look at the matches they've just had.
Yeah, I suppose. Yeah, that's true. Yeah, but there's difference being put through a table than trying to cave someone's head in with a fucking... I don't know.
Someone got put through a plate glass window earlier on, mate.
Yeah. If anybody knows the answer to that, let us know. Tweet us, market_out of 10 or wrestlemark10@gmail.com. Let us know if you know the answer to that. We don't know. That's a big fucking choke slam.
One-handed choke slam all the way up.
1, 2, kick out at 2. 2 3/4.
He's selling it like, what the fuck? He literally said, what the fuck? My God. Oh! He proper looked after him on that elbow drop, but it looked really fucking brilliant at the same time. What a bump. That quarter-turn bump off that headbutt is it's beautiful.
Fucking hell.
That bump's always mad. For a guy the size of Triple H to be doing that bump is mental. So Triple H just got launched into the corner and he basically went from inside out. Crazy.
The best pure striker in WWE. Undertaker.
Would you have... How do you think he... Like, genuine question now. How do you think he would have got on in MMA or a UFC?
He always had... It's really difficult, right? Because I reckon he probably could have made a big success of it because he's a big fucker, right? He's always had like he was always interested in like jiu-jitsu type stuff, and you know he knows some submission holds, like he incorporated them into his wrestling moves, right? And he's got the sort of drive and tenacity where he would have worked his ass off in order to make a success of himself. I think that's the sort of the mental like capabilities of Taker. So yeah, I reckon I don't know. Yeah, I think he probably could have done. Just wrong time, right? But then...
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
What do you think?
Because, I mean, you can teach anybody to strike, like, to anyone to fight, really, can't you? And like you say, he's a big lad. It's just training, but he's an hard boy. You know what I mean? Like, if you've got people like Farouk and Bradshaw who are like, who were scared of you, legit, not just by you being an intimidating prick. Like, if they don't want to have it, like someone like Farouk is quote unquote
legitimate hard
as he was telling, is unfuckwithable. Like, for him to be like, nah, you're all right, then Taker must be legit treble hard. You know what I mean? So there's no smoke without fire.
Yeah.
So I don't know, mate. It would have been interesting.
I
think Brock would have
the one.
I think Brock would have killed him, but I think he would have had a good bit of fun with a few other people.
But again, he wouldn't have had the longevity in UFC. It depends on when if we're talking about him at his peak times, he would never have met Brock, you know, because I think a UFC fighter has probably got less years at the top, whereas this, even though it's hard, potentially harder on the body with like the miles travelled, etc., everything, there's a way to protect yourself, I suppose, and I think Taker did that really, really well. I mean, I know if you go through his injuries and stuff, I think, I don't know, it'd be interesting. But I agree with you, I think Brock's a different animal altogether, right? He's just not human.
He's the alpha male, I think, in the world. Like, a healthy Brock before he had all of his
diverticulitis.
What was it? The diverticulitis. That's the one. I think he could have probably like murdered pretty much anybody on the planet with his bare hands. not really worry about it. He's the alpha male. He literally is the alpha male.
It was like that TikTok I sent you, right? It's like,
yes,
if aliens come down, take me to your leader. I would take them to Brock Lesnar.
Yeah, it's true though, mate. Just quick, like talking about Brock. I know obviously we're watching this match still. So Triple H and Taker are on top of their little gimmicked camera stand thing, and they're doing a bit of a. I'm going to do the big high spot here. We'll come back to that in a minute. Part that. We'll come back to it. So Taker has got him up one-handed, legitimately one-handed, and he's just chokeslammed Triple H off the fucking camera stand into the crowd / floor / crash mat.
It's the concrete, man. It's the concrete. What are you talking about?
The concrete floor 35 feet below him.
Holy shit, indeed.
Taker's rinsing hair dye has really come out a lot in this match as well. He looks proper ginger, doesn't he?
So
he holds him up there as well.
Mm-hmm.
So they fuck this So this camera shot here that shows you him landing into the mat. They never wanted to show that camera angle. They fucked it up. Yeah. An EMT. Gonna take him to a... Get ready. Boom.
Just drove his elbow.
Right into the heart of the game. He killed him. By God, he killed him.
Not on a mat at all, are they? He's on a sponge.
Taker
doesn't give a fuck.
Nah.
Fucking hell.
Did this... Genuine question now. Did this match need this spot? When you think about what's happened already tonight, and what we've seen already in the matches and the stipulations and the gimmicks and stuff, did this match between these pair need that spot? I'm not saying I don't know. Just a genuine just a question. Get your thoughts on it.
I think that spot should have been for the Raven, Big Show, and Kane match, and that's how Kane should have won it.
Not going through that plastic.
Yeah, because it looks shit, right? Because
it looks shit. Yeah, it did look fucking shocking.
Because let's be honest, right? Kane won it with an elbow drop or a leg drop or whatever that was supposed to be. Kane never wins a match from that. But if he let's say for example, he would have not fuck out a Raven in the middle of the ring. Okay, then Kane and Big Show fight their way through the crowd. They're up there, and Kane chokeslams Big Show from that platform to that. I think that would have a much bigger effect.
Yeah.
And what you could have is as they're counting, what you could have is Raven crawling his way from the ring, trying to get through the crowd, trying to stop the count, something like that. Just it still puts Raven over a little bit because Raven's the hardcore guy. But I don't know. Yeah, I'm just a simple man, though. What about you? Do you think it needed that spot?
To win at the end, 1, 2, 3, and then fuck off with the belt. That would have been quite funny. It even looks light, doesn't it? The way they're holding it, it looks like it's moving around, really light. Triple H begging off, selling the gimmick. Crowd are on their feet, milking it. Come on.
Does Flair get involved here?
No. Flair isn't here at the time, mate. He's still getting paid by AOL.
So he is, right, okay.
That is a low blow and a half as well, that is.
Snug.
These pair are just two of the best ever, aren't they?
Oh, 100%.
When you watch this match and just the way they do things, in comparison to a lot of the other stuff that we've seen tonight, it's just another... It literally is another level, isn't it?
It's brilliant. It's the same sort of thing as Angle Benoit, right? They go in, just beat the fuck out of each other, and they both accept it. It's
through a respect thing. They're not doing it because they don't like each other. They're doing it because they like each other, because they've got respect for each other, because they have to do it. This is why I love Undertaker, where he does this bent over sell, because he brings himself. You know what I mean? He's hold on, and he's still bent. He's it's hard to explain. He brings himself down to people's level. Yeah.
I love the
So
Triple H
punches
when
look
they're
really
having
good.
these punches. It's like he always bounces down into one knee and comes back up to get through his next one. It's just fucking so good.
Brilliant. No. Reverse it. Duck.
That's right, yeah.
That's some fucking weight as well for triple. This is beautiful. That's so hard. I can't stress to you how hard that is to do, by the way. What a fucking tombstone. What a move.
One of the best finishers ever, the Tombstone.
Yeah. And the ref is dead. You done it, Tate.
Yeah, it's your
You
fault,
dropped
Tate.
the elbow on him, mate. You
Fair
dropped the
play
elbow
to
on him.
Kyoda, right? It's like, is he dead? It's like, he even looks blue. It's like, are you breathing? It's like...
He hasn't moved, has he? The whole time that they were outside doing all that gimmick and everything. He's... Yeah, look. All it takes is a bit of a shake.
Last ride.
Another great finish.
Mm-hmm.
Choke slam, tombstone, last ride, Hell's Gate.
Fucking,
all of them. Just brilliant.
I still think one of the best things I've ever seen in the last ride is when it's the Brothers Destruction and he's up against Taka Michinoku and Funaki.
Yeah.
And Kane tries to do it and fucking yeets him over his head.
Get ready. Up for their last ride. Sledgehammer. Boom.
That's great timing as well, though, right?
Yes. 1,
2.
2. Kick out.
I love Triple H when he goes fucking crazy.
Yeah.
Against
That's
that long
bolt
hair
rat.
that does it, right?
Yeah. Just skitzing out. I should have beat him. What the hell? What else have I got to do?
I think you would look good with long hair as a wrestler, as a heel. Busty
Couldn't
wide
do him.
open.
I couldn't be asked for the fucking upkeep. So the Undertaker is now legit bleeding from a hard way shot. So he hasn't bladed here. He hasn't done it himself. The gimmicked sledgehammer, which has been gimmicked specifically not to hurt him, is the only time Triple H has ever hurt somebody with a sledgehammer. So Undertaker's bleeding like a fucking motherfucker right now.
His face is a crimson mask.
Triple H even selling halfway through the move. Oh. 1, 2, 3.
So good.
Big pop. Huge pop. People go banana.
Is this the one where he says to camera, "It's my fucking yard"? I think he's... Yep. It's my fucking yard.
Amazing.
Such a badass, man. Is this what? Does he not count in his fingers how many times he wins in this one? Or is that...
I don't know. It did say... JR was putting over the 9-0 thing on the commentary, so maybe this is like the first time it became a thing, if you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So he's pointing to his tattoo. That's
Sarah, his wife at the time.
Yeah.
Pre-Michelle McCool.
To be fair, let's have it right.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah.
I do want to play this a couple just so...
And when this bounces off his head as well. So up for the last ride, bang.
Triple H's facial there, man, as he's coming down.
Yeah. They show it, this angle. I was going to say, they do a close-up and then it's like, oh, shit. That's a big bump for anyone to take, especially someone Triple H's size.
Mm-hmm.
I'd rather get chokeslammed off that fucking podium than take that last ride bump.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Fair enough. Okay, we'll pause it there, Hawxy.
Yeah, just for it's hard to get the timing right on a bump like that because you're not necessarily in full control of the bump and the guy giving it to you, unless they're mega, mega, mega strong. They're just lifting you up by your trunks or your belt or whatever. So it's not necessarily like a really good post. So it's really difficult. But yeah, there you go.
Fair enough. Okay, Undertaker versus Triple H. Mark it.
I'm going to give that a solid 7.5. So smack bang between it's a really good match. A really good match. It's not great. It's not average. It's a really good match. So 7.5. 7.5 out of 10 for me, definitely. Just it's a great story.
Yep.
Decent high spot in there, which I don't necessarily think was needed, but however, but just two great workers in there having a great time, putting on a really good match. 7.5 out of 10, easy.
I'm sort of caught in the middle here. I'm somewhere between a 7.5 and an 8 because it's similar sort of hard hitting to Angle Benoit. I agree with you. It probably didn't need the high spot. I think there were other matches that probably could have done with it. Great story. I don't know. I really love both of them. I'm probably going to have. I'm going to agree with you. I'm going to go for 7.5 as opposed to 8. So yeah, 7.5 out of 10 for me as well. I think it's fair. I think it's interesting. If they didn't have the high spot, I probably would have had it maybe about 8.5 for me.
Yeah.
Even it's one of those ones. See if they didn't have the camera, like where you actually see that they've landed on.
See the mat.
Yeah. Then that probably it's the little things that are. Yeah, it's 7.5 out of 10. I think that's fair. Don't get me wrong. Taker and Triple H, two of the very best ever, and I think it's testament to that. It's a really strong card that has been on. So I mean. Okay.
It's late on in the show as well. It's late on. Exactly. I would have probably put that match a little bit earlier on in the card, because that's almost like it's like a main event level match, really. I would have probably split it up a little bit because it's very close to the main event, isn't it? This one.
Yeah, potentially. I don't know where it would fit in though. It's like realistically, it didn't.
I would have probably put it. I would have probably put it after Test and Guerrero. That's where I would have put this because it would have been like a really nice finish of the first half of the show.
Yeah, but then
you had Angle and Benoit, didn't you? Yeah, fuck.
I mean, you
fuck that. Ignore that. Cut it out. Cut this shit.
Potentially, you could have had it between the hard, but again, they've got that spot in it. I was going to say between the hardcore and the European title. I don't know.
Interesting.
But anyway, right, we're moving on. We're going to the main event. But before we go to the main event, we've got to watch it, right? It's got to be watched. You know what I'm talking about, don't you?
I know exactly what you're talking about. I copied you in that clip the other day, didn't I?
You did,
on Twitter.
You want to tell the story?
So there's obviously Limp Bizkit are doing a tour at the minute, and during the My Way song they did live, someone in the crowd got their phone out and YouTubed this promo package. I just think that's one of the best things ever. And I was watching it and I was like, oh my God, why am I not there now doing that right now? And just because I'm getting goosebumps just thinking about it. This promo package, we spoke about this on the Best Pay-Per-Views episode recently. This is, without a shadow of a doubt, the best promo package in wrestling history. I don't think there's anything that comes close to this. This is as perfect as you can get. All the planets and the stars and the moons and everything aligned to make this next matchup what it is. And this, for me, is a massive proponent of it. This is like the cherry, and it's a big old cherry. This is a cherry right on top of this whole sort of main event experience for me. I love it. Oh, right, where are we? Jump to 3 hours, 1 minute, 46 seconds. I can't really add on anything to Hawxy. This is just, I don't say it often, but this is perfection in terms of wrestling for me, in terms of promo packages. 3 hours, 1 minute, 46 seconds. It should be the rivalry of Stone Cold and The Rock, and you'll see The Rock and Stone Cold in the middle of your screen. Ready, Hawxy? I'm fucking born ready for this, mate. Let's have it.
Are we just going to watch it straight through from here?
Yeah.
So from now into the end, there may be silences. There's definitely going to be silences as we watch this promo package, guys. But 3, 2, 1, play. It's the fucking music, man.
Yeah. And just Jim Ross.
Yep.
Jim Ross's commentary over the top of it.
The king.
The Rock beating Kurt Angle. You think you're special. You do.
You're special. You do.
I can see it.
Two of the biggest stars ever.
I can see it when you laugh at me. Look down on me.
On me.
Mate, we're definitely synced up here as well. Like to the fucking literally the millisecond, I'm sure of it.
Managing The Rock.
The Rock. Just...
Fucking goosebumps, man.
Oh. Boom.
Oh, it's a stunner. One of the best finishers ever. So good.
Be an interesting top 10, mate, maybe? What are you saying?
Yeah. January. We'll get a list together of like what we're having for the next couple.
Just the package, man. The music lines up, the fucking footage, the story.
It's the tweaking the colour as well, and it's just... Here we go.
Just one
Here we go.
more fight. History. This, the beer drinking. Cheers, motherfucker.
The drop. Here we go.
Hold on, mate. Cheers, motherfucker. Yeah. And we're off to the races. Yeah.
Just good.
I'ma do things my way. It's my way.
On the highway. Fucking goosebumps, man, honestly.
This is two 30-something-year-old guys just marking the fuck out right now. So I do apologise for anyone who's listening, but you'll know exactly where we are and what we're watching and why we're doing it. These were the boys, weren't they, man? These were the boys. Good. Oh.
No.
Check out. Check out.
Blood ever dreams of the absolute best of the Rock.
Oh,
fuck me, man.
With all due respect.
With all due respect.
Fucking motherfucking goosebumps. Holy shit.
See, this is how much I appreciate the Market of 10 audience, because if I was on my own here, I would have rewound that back and watched it again.
How many times have we sent this to each other since we've known each other?
Oh, man.
We've known each other for 2 years? 2.5 years?
Yeah, about that.
Halfway through 2020, right?
Yep.
We must have sent this to each other at least 10 times each in that time.
Easily, yeah. Listen to that pop, man. The glass break is one of the best things in wrestling. Don't care what anybody says. That's when you know shit's going to happen, right?
He's all business here, isn't he?
Yep.
Walking to the ring with a purpose, just fucking talking shit to anyone and getting himself in the fucking zone. It's that mindset, isn't it? It's the fucking... Talk about that championship mindset, that champion mindset. We all know wrestling's fixed, right? We all know it's a work. But you need to have that mindset to get to the top.
It's what makes the greats great, right?
Yep. Some people call it being a dickhead. Some people call it arrogance or ignorance or whatever. Like, no. Successful people have a successful mindset. It's very, very rare you get to the top by making every single person you've ever met in the world happy. He's all over it. Oh, the flashbulbs going off, man.
Fucking
Jesus
unreal.
Christ.
This fucking hell. That's insane. You know what's really sad? If this type of match happened now, people would be watching it through their phone. They wouldn't actually be watching the match.
Yep. Yeah, they wouldn't be watching it with their own eyes. This is the thing with Wembley, with All In at Wembley, like everyone had their phones out.
I think you can tell how over Stone Cold was, because The Rock was over as shit, right? But the pop that Stone Cold gets is
It's about half, isn't? Yeah,
you know,
it's about
there's
half
nothing,
as much. Yeah,
nothing that touches it, right?
fucking phenomenal. The Rock's All In as well. Game face, pair of them. The pair of them, because you know they don't like each other. You know it. The biggest professional rivalry, one of the biggest professional rivalries that's ever been in wrestling.
Yep.
And it gets overlooked a lot, but big time. Everyone always talks about Brett and Shawn and all that sort of stuff all the time, but these boys that was tenfold of that. They just didn't have a fight and rip each other's hair out.
They wanted the top spot, right? I mean, that's what it came down to.
Look at that, look. This is a shoot. This is a shoot. Yeah. They're working none of this. The only thing they're working in this match is the fucking moves. All of this is real.
But what's incredible is they don't go into business for themselves. That's the difference, right? It's consummate professional.
It's because they respect what they're doing. They respect the business, they respect the championship, they respect the boss, and they respect each other. You talk about being fit and a fucking certain pace and gassing up, mate. These are on it all the way through this.
Mm-hmm. But again, how much is that from cardio?
I'd be asking for a breast hold right now.
How much is the adrenaline taking over, though, right? How much is the adrenaline? How much is the adrenaline taking over, though? That's the difference, right?
Yeah.
You know, everybody goes on about Stone Cold as such a great brawler, but he's such a good technical wrestler as well, though. It's like
massive. He had a massive change, obviously, when he had his neck injury. You watch some of his stuff back in WCW back in the day, and he was fucking insane. But he had to change his style a little bit to stay in the game for as long as he did. But like you say, he was really. And that's a big old bump for fucking Dwayne to take. I love how that thing pops up every once in a while on like Twitter or socials or whatever. It's like, anyone never noticed that The Rock looks like Dwayne Johnson? Like someone's like legitimately thinks it's two different people. Best thing ever.
The crowd is always on it as well in this match. Like, they're so invested. We need to go to a Mania, Hawxy.
Fucking yes. Yes, we do.
Or a Rumble.
So, The Rock and Stone Cold are now fighting into the crowd, basically. So they've got a couple of security guards trying desperately to keep fucking 70,000 people away from them.
Please don't come past this bit. It's like, fuck.
Oh, dear. The guy in the front row with the Playboy t-shirt on. What a lad.
Lad. Just two big fuckers, right?
Blue chippers, mate, pair of them.
Mm-hmm.
Absolute blue chippers. Oof. The noise on that back bump. I've said this before, like, and this is like another one, straight across the knee, brace across the knee. It's capturing lightning in a bottle twice at the same time.
Yeah. This
is like, it's like Messi and Ronaldo being around at the same time, and like the two of the best ever to ever do it at the same time. Like but they were both playing for the same team. It'd be like Messi and Ronaldo playing for fucking whatever, Barcelona at the same time. You know what I mean? It's just in Pep's Barcelona. Oh, I might use that. I'll steal that.
Errol Hebner.
That was his ref, weren't it? Mm-hmm. Stone Cold's ref. I want Earl.
I think everybody wanted Errol, though, right?
Yeah. The Rock is 28 years old, and he's headlining his third back-to-back WrestleMania.
Jesus. Think he made any money from that?
Yeah, a couple of quid. Look at that selling. So it's making a superplex look like it's the worst move ever in the history of mankind.
You just don't get that now. It's just, it's so frustrating, right?
Yes, it really is. Nobody sells anymore, mate. And I know later you could have an argument in this match later on, like, oh, you've got near falls and he had to do this and he had to do that. And it's like, okay, but it worked for this. But it's not, they ain't done 5 Canadian destroyers already and 20 super kicks.
Yep.
That was the biggest high spot of the match, is fucking superplex. Stone Cold's got no time whatsoever. Beautiful throw. 1, 2, out.
You know what I think's really, really cool about this, right, is Benoit and Angle was smooth as silk, right? It's like everything sort of flowed. Here, it's
a scrap, isn't it?
It looks dirty. You know, it's like...
It's like a bar fight.
Yeah, it's like, you know, when Rock's thrown to the ropes and stuff, it doesn't look clean, but it still works.
Yep. And that's the beauty in it, is that it's like is this right?
Yeah.
Like that throw, it was, I think they probably realised halfway through what they were doing, what was actually happening. They called it, because you could see The Rock call it, but it's like, oh shit, okay, you know what I mean? There's a couple of things that they've done earlier on, like they've done a reversal, like a whip reversal for The Rock to take a clothesline off Stone Cold.
Yeah.
And like, he went to the left-hand side, but he got hit with the right-hand side clothesline, and it looked messy-ish, but hey, he was getting the blade, look. Earl dropped the blade out of his pocket, as they got the blade in his hand. Bang. Ding dong. Did you see that, by the way, the blade explained? Yeah.
Poor camera work, I would actually say.
Shocking. Yeah, really bad.
Someone else got fired that night. Rock's mum.
It's The Rock's mom, yeah. He son of a bit. So the Stone Cold still, because he's realised The Rock hadn't zipped himself yet. Are we still doing it? What a worker, man. So good. Stone Cold stern face as well. Like, that scowl he had was fucking scary, weren't it?
Mm-hmm. But again, it's about believability.
Earl looking for the blade. Earl's picking the blade back up off the floor. Literally in front of the camera, like looking down at the floor, trying to find it.
In the pocket?
Sticking it in his pocket. There we go. When you know what to look for, guys, it's right there. Hidden in plain sight.
Fell through the table?
Stone Cold's looking at him thinking, oh, for fuck's sake.
Fucking love JR. I'm in no man's
land. I don't know where to go. Just open your eyes and have a look.
I think this is the perfect use of like blood as well. You know, the use of colour here sort of works. I just think
they had to. They had to have it. I think what you have with this as well, mate, it's like this is bit. So Stone Cold spoke about this bit, the punches and the ropes and coming back off and stuff.
Yeah,
he said he watched like an old boxing match from like back in the day, like Sonny Liston or something, and he was getting punched and he was like hitting the ropes and coming back and getting punched again. So he like stole that spot and he wasn't really happy with the way it panned out.
Oh, really?
I've heard him talk about it. Yeah, he said I had this really good idea for the spot, and then when I seen it, it was just, he said I didn't like it very much. The Rock has done such a bad job on that fucking zip as well. It's poor. It's like a fucking, what's it Jim Ross calls it, a pap smear? Goddamn pap smear, motherfucker.
Goddamn. I will say though, the Rock's punches are one of the worst things I've ever seen. I hate them. I hate them.
They're shocking. Yeah.
But at the same time, it works for him. It works for his character. Fucking hell.
That's a bit better now. They've been on it.
Yeah.
They've been on it. They haven't slowed down. This is the first time they've like slowed anything down. They've been constantly on it since the bell rang. The Rocky Sucks sign in the chat in the crowd. When you look at this show now, like obviously all the lighting's different and it's darker, and this main event, the atmosphere is different. The whole crowd, the show. I wouldn't have said Benoit and Angle was on the same show as this.
No, I would agree. Yeah.
It feels like a whole different thing. If I was working on this show and I wasn't these pair, the second like I had the opportunity to walk up to them, I'd be kissing their ass, thanking them for the house.
100%. Yeah.
They're all there for this, aren't they? They've came along for the ride with the other stuff, but they're all there for this.
I mean, there's a big chunk of them here for the gimmick battle royale. I mean, let's be honest.
Oh yeah, obviously everyone wants to see the shake, right?
Shaky baby.
This is the start of the
comeback.
That shift in the attitude for Austin, though. Like, getting a little bit in the crowd booing on the comeback. Look. HBK signing the crowd as well.
Yeah.
They're booing again.
So as we're watching this, guys, if you have enjoyed us going through this sort of pay-per-view and giving our opinions and just talking wrestling, which I think I've enjoyed it, I think Hawxy has as well. Let us know what the next...
get to watch this.
Yeah. Let us know what pay-per-view that you want to watch next. That'd be greatly appreciated. Again, wrestlemark10@gmail.com or our YouTube channel, or you could tweet us as well, Mark_out of10.
This is why we're all here, right? Because we like watching this stuff.
Yeah.
So it's like watching wrestling with your mates. I would imagine like we've done this just really quickly. We've done this before on stream. Mm-hmm. So we both stream on Twitch and to YouTube with Shieldz. So like we've done watch-alongs before in the past, and it's just like mates sat there having a chat and watching wrestling together, like the people who watch it and whatever. So if you do get a chance to watch along, it's pretty cool because it literally is just like watching wrestling with your mates. It's good fun. It's good fun. That looks so good. Didn't touch him in the slightest, but it looked like it took his fucking head off. So the Rock's just nailed Stone Cold with a belt and the title. Was it the title?
It was the belt.
Or the belt. The belt. And now Stone Cold is zipped up big time. He's bleeding. This is the spot. This spot here.
Right, okay.
And he was hitting the ropes. He said like he. And again, so he goes to all the different sides of the ring and does it. He said he didn't like it when he watched it back. I think it looks quite good.
Nah, it doesn't look bad at all. I think it works quite well after getting busted open, right?
Yeah, because he's fighting his hardest to stay on his feet. Talking to selling as well, like we spoke earlier on about selling and stuff, and both of these boys, it's just a different level, isn't it? It really is a level above. You can see why these guys got to where they got to, because it's like you're watching it. It's like the last two matches, the level of wrestling, the level of everything has just stepped up. Like
that's the reason they're the main event, right?
Yeah.
Just pure fucking. I mean, we know the finish, right? We know what happens. We've had this discussion before about, it shouldn't have happened like that. It was a weak finish, etc. But I think, as I'm watching it now, Rock is... He's the consummate face, right? He is the baby face. I think... I don't know. I think it's that lightning in the bottle thing that you're talking about as well. I think the turn happening works because the crowd are so behind Austin. It's that shock value. I think it's interesting. It's interesting.
I see. We had this chat. I don't agree. I don't agree. We'll chat a little bit more about it when it starts to go through. But
see, I'm just looking at the crowd just now. When Austin's on offense, it's like the crowd are loving it, and I didn't see it coming. I don't think anybody did.
No.
Ouch.
The way Austin falls through, follows it through and falls on that as well, it makes it look like he's killed him. It's clearly assault. Paul Heyman talking about assault. Stone Cold having a drink, look. Never noticed that before.
No.
Do you blame him, really?
No. I mean, they know how to put on an event, right?
Yes. So the Stone Cold is on top here now. He's just had a really big spot with a monitor to the outside. Smashed him. The Rock and Stone Cold are back in the ring now. Rock's on top. Stone Cold's on top. And he's just flipping the birds to him in the middle of the ring. Went for the stunner. Sharpshooter time. One of the worst sharpshooters you'll ever see in your life. But it doesn't matter.
Throwback to Austin and the sharpshooter bleeding.
Yep. Look at the Rock there as well.
Just so good, man.
The lactic acid build-up in the Rock's legs now must be just on fire. After all what he's been doing, all this, all the way through this match. And he's got that fucking squat on. Motherfucker, tap out.
So good.
And they left that on for just the right amount of time there. Wasn't out of it too quick. Wasn't too long. It's just brilliant.
I'm sorry, I'm not even talking, I'm just fucking watching.
Yeah, it's just taking it all in.
It's so good.
So the Rock is back on top now. He's going for another sharpshooter. Flagging him while he's doing it. Oh, the eye rake.
Mm-hmm.
Very heelish move by Stone Cold. And this is how you put on there you go. That's how you put on a sharpshooter.
And there we go. Austin showing his technical prowess.
And he's grabbing the knee pad, just like Bret Hart used to do. Now that sucks dick, by the way. Bloody mess. Jim Ross just on fucking fire all the way through. So close and so far away.
Face of Austin.
Brilliant. Work the leg.
See, again, I'm coming back to modern day. This is what it's about, right? It's like...
Yes. We don't have matches like this anymore. Like the closest match... Fest. The closest match to this... That's even been close to something like this in recent years. Is like MJF and Punk.
Yep.
Or maybe even MJF and Danielson.
Mm-hmm.
Their Iron Man match that they had.
Yeah, yeah.
But you don't have main event matches like this anymore.
Because, let's be honest, the match is incredible, right? But it's so simple. They're doing nothing stupid. Like you say, the highest spot was like a superplex. That was it.
Yeah, yeah. They've obviously done like mad stuff with like...
Yeah, of course, yeah.
They've hit each other with a bell or with a monitor or whatever, but that's not a high spot. That's not a triple indie fucking Vernon Schnaivitz 450. You know what I mean? It's not bullshit. There's just a real story, real issues, real issues here.
Ringmaster.
There you go. $1 million dream. What won't Steve Austin do to become the champion?
There we go.
It's a very great question, Paul.
It's almost as if you're planting a seed there, Paul.
Very big seed.
Indeed. When was the last time you saw this happen?
Not for a very long time.
I genuinely cannot remember the last time. So obviously Austin's got him in the $1 Million Dream, and the referee was checking, using trying to get the arm to drop for 3.
Going for the Bret Hart finish on Breitbart, and it was so close. So The Rock ran up the ropes, done a backflip, got into a pin. Stone Cold still didn't realise that he hadn't lost it.
Staring at The Rock. Wallop. Maybe we should do a commentary. Maybe we should do our own commentary, Hawxy.
But it's very hard to do. I've tried it before. It's very hard. Hats off to any commentators. Stunner. Bang. The Rock has just hit Stone Cold with a stunner.
Who would be the colour commentator? Who would be the play-by-play?
You'd be colour. I'd be play-by-play.
Sounds good. Puppies!
1, 2, kick out. The crowd, big pop for the crowd for the kick out there. How close?
So good. So what's that been about? And here he comes. The boss.
After receiving a fucking massive kick in earlier on. Walk into the ring looking jacked to fuck.
Wearing his orthopedic shoes.
Those mall walkers.
Here we go.
So can you see the stage there? It looks like there's like the letters are missing off the bottom of the logos and stuff. Can you see that?
Yeah.
So the initial stage, the entranceway, what the whole design, when they were going to set it all up, they realised it was too big and it would have cut off about 3,000 people's worth of view, like 3,000 tickets.
Fucking hell.
So they had to basically just like lose bits of it in order to sell all those tickets and make sure people didn't have restricted views.
Yeah. Fuck, you know. The Rock keeps on coming. You can't stop The Rock.
Stop The Rock. Can't stop the rock. They're still going for it as well.
Yep. Here we go. Oh. We know he's not going to hit it here.
Most hokey wrestling finish in history, but it was over as fuck.
Yep.
I love the one he did with his shoes when he slides across the ring.
In. Yeah.
Yeah.
And here we go. The seed has been planted once more.
See, there was a massive, massive reaction then. And then everyone's a bit like, what
the fuck?
I don't fucking think so. Fucking facials are just
So good.
the best.
Makes a difference, right?
Everything.
Rock
Stunning.
bottom.
Absolutely beautiful. Smooth as silk. God, Austin. Sorry, guys. We are literally just
We're
all
not
over
speaking.
this. It's getting all over us. Sorry. You
Oh.
have to watch this bit. You have to watch it.
You've got to
come
watch
along
it,
with
man.
the ride for us. Yeah, you got to come along with the ride.
There is going to be
So
big periods of silence.
we're getting into like the
Business end.
so stunner. Oh, reversal and a
Terrible
ref
referee bump.
Got hit right in the
Terrible.
face. So Earl Hebner's now out of the ring, leaving the Rock and Stone Cold in the ring. We're getting to the vinegar strokes now, guys. Don't worry. And a low blow.
Do you think the referee bump was necessary, considering it was a no DQ match?
It was a no DQ. So when they were doing the sharpshooter reversals and hitting the ropes, it shouldn't have been a rope break because it's a no DQ.
Yeah.
So there's lots of stuff in this match that are a bit.
But again, it wasn't always supposed to be a no DQ match, right?
No, because
It came out of nowhere.
They needed a way to do this. Do you know when Bobby Heenan said, "Yeah, but whose side is he on?"
Yeah.
By them making it a no DQ match, it's like,
Yeah.
Aye. The Rock's like, "Don't you dare grab both of my hands on this." There's no referee because they've just done a ref bump. What the hell? Why didn't Vince McMahon do the count?
1, 2.
You can hear the difference in the tone between the reactions of the people for The Rock and the reactions in the people for Stone Cold. There's a big bass difference, isn't there? Yeah, son of a bitch.
And it's true, right? I remember watching this live, man.
Imagine if this was the finish.
Yep.
You know what I mean? It looks like it's just about to happen, and then bang, 1, 2, 3, and The Rock wins. It's an awful bump. Rock laying the smackdown on the owner. So Vince is getting his ass kicked. Big stunner. That sell on that stunner is just fucking insane. And everyone's starting to come with him now.
Yep. Here we go.
And the people go banana.
Was it 16 chair shots Rock gets? Is that right?
Yeah. He starts hitting him when he like his legs and his fucking back and everything, doesn't he?
Listen to that fucking. Oh, it's so good. It's so good.
I'm gonna stop this motherfucker. Fuck you.
There's
so
the
Stone
turn.
Cold's now and got the chair back up. Yep. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 chair shots. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, and 16. 1, 2, 3.
And it's all over.
And it's all over. And Stone Cold Steve Austin has turned heel. He's made a deal with the devil. You son of a bitch!
Yes.
Even the crowd don't really know
What to do.
what to do, how to react, especially now.
This view here.
That's
Camera
the
work is
payoff, right?
always so good, right?
Yeah. And the crowd go mild.
Stone Cold is shaking hands with Satan himself. Someone tell me this is not happening. Stone Cold Steve Austin sold his soul. Just, again, it's unbelievable. Son of a bitch. Okay, Hawxy,
bitch,
pause
I don't
it.
believe this. So
Okay. Where do we begin?
I'm gonna armchair quarterback right now. Okay, I'm gonna book this right now.
Okay.
Vince McMahon comes in, gives Stone Cold the rub, like gives him the help, gives him the chair, and pulls him off the pin and all that sort of stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Stone Cold Steve Austin takes the help, takes the chair, bang, 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 wins the title, shakes Vince McMahon's hand. Oh my God, he's made a deal with the devil. Nah, kick, stunner, fuck you, fuck everybody, don't trust anyone. I'm the fucking champ. That's the only way to get this back from what happened. He should not have. I know they couldn't have had The Rock as a heel, if you know what I mean.
Yeah.
So like maybe do it a little bit differently. I don't know how they could have done it differently, but I just think it's a ridiculous finish.
Ridiculous.
They always talk about, oh yeah, what Stone Cold needed to change, and he's getting a bit stale. And no, you listen to how much they wanted it from the second he walked through the fucking curtain.
Yeah.
There was all of it. They needed to call an audible, like they did with Rock and Hogan, like the year after this. They needed to call an audible and just do something different.
Mm-hmm.
They could have got themselves out of it because it didn't go anywhere really. Anyway, after this, it was just shit finish. So you go first with your score, mate, and then I'll give you mine.
I agree. The finish is not what should have happened. I totally agree with you there. As I was going through that, I can understand why it could have worked, but I think Austin was so over as a face. I don't think it shouldn't have happened. If we take that, it's a real difficult one because the story of Vince and Austin is so good, and I think it adds a facet to that storyline, which I found interesting. The match itself was great. Like I say, it was a great piece of storytelling within the ring, which is incredible. You know, like I say, the high spot was the superplex, like you said earlier. It's like the ring and the ring bell and the chairs. Obviously, ultimately, it's not the best match on the card. But I'm going to give it, from the sheer magnitude of the 2 stars involved, probably for me about an 8.5 out of 10.
Okay. So I'm gonna give it a 9.5 out of 10.
Okay.
So that's as close as you can get to perfection as possible. I know I gave a 9.9 to the fucking TLC match earlier on. It's for lots and lots and lots of other reasons than what I'm talking about right now. You can call me a fucking bullshitter all you want. This is as close as you can get to perfection for any story and any match ever. It's just the finish fucks it up. It like not talking about who won as in the finish, just the way the finish went down. They shouldn't have done what they did here. It's such a damp squib, if that's the correct term to use. Yeah. It's just like oh my God, this match is incredible. The promo package is insane. The story, like the whole thing getting there, the Royal Rumble, the promo pack, like talking to each other. I gotta beat your Rock. You know what I mean? I need it more than anything you'll ever know. Like. Just oh my God, they should have had a one-on-one match, and Stone Cold should have won, like clean in the middle.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. And they shouldn't have had all the bullshit. It was it was just a, it was just a, yeah, just it was like making the perfect cake and putting that cherry on top with the promo package and all that sort of stuff, and then a bird shits on it the minute you walk out the shop. It's like, buzzing. Yeah, okay, well I can't eat that now, can I? It's like it's literally what it is. So it's a 9.5 from me. If it was a clean finish, it would have been a 10. It would have been perfection for me, but it's not. So yeah, I just I get so excited about watching it, and then when I watch it and I watch it back, and I feel deflated now at the end because it's like, it could have been so much better.
It could have been so good.
Could have been amazing. Yeah, heartbroken.
Okay, so we've been through every. But
it's still the best pay-per-view ever. So fuck you.
100%. So we've been through every single match. Again, if we've got to give a pay-per-view score for WrestleMania 17, for me it's...
Go on.
No, on you go.
I was going to say, if it's like if we need to do an overall, it's a 9.5, basically.
Yeah,
I haven't had perfection yet for a pay-per-view, but that's as close as you can get.
Yeah, there's so many matches that take it away from being a perfect pay-per-view. You know, it's like if you give something a 1 out of 10 or a 2 out of 10, or it's like a 4 out of 10, then you can't give it a perfect pay-per-view. But it's near as damn. It is the nearest. Yeah, perfection.
Taking all into account, taking everything into account, it's the best pay-per-view ever.
100%. In terms of storyline culminations and where the storylines then go in the future, you can't really go wrong, can you? And that's
there's going to be people who are going to listen to this, right?
Mm-hmm.
They're going to listen to this pay-per-view and they're going to tot up all of our marks out of 10.
Yep.
And they're going to be like, well, if you tot all of these up and then you average it by the number of matches, you're going to get a 6.23 out of 10 or whatever for the show overall. I don't care about that. I care about how the whole thing makes me feel. And the whole thing makes me feel a 9.5. So fuck you.
Thank you, fuck you, goodbye.
Bye, everybody.
A great pay-per-view. This has been a really good one. Really enjoyed it. It is something different for Mark out of 10. Me and Hawxy, obviously we love doing the lists, but I think every so often we're going to throw in a sort of watch-along thing. Ideally, we would like to do it live with you guys as well, but it's like we need to get the proper sort of platform for that. Obviously it's not, we can't upload it to YouTube, we can't upload it to Spotify, but
the MCA bitches.
Yeah, exactly.
MCA.
But potentially we could do like a Patreon thing later in the future. But if you guys have the WWE Network, or in fact, depending on what pay-per-views we do in the future, you can certainly watch along. We will still timestamp it from the get-go. It's always something we're done. But yes, that has been Mark out of 10. Season 1 has came to an end. Thank you everybody that has listened to us over the last 7 episodes. I've really enjoyed doing it.
I've loved it. I've loved it. Genuinely, I've loved it. I've really enjoyed cracking on with this with you, mate. It's been really good fun. These first episodes have been really good fun. Still getting used to it, right? Still understanding stuff and getting used to things, but it's been great.
Yeah, 100%. There's so much we can do with it. There's a whole host of different things we've got planned. So obviously we're going to have a website that we mentioned before. We're going to get merch as well. If you're interested in Mark out of 10 merchandise, it is going to be interesting.
That'll be coming in the new year. Yep.
100%. Yep. Everything is coming in the new year. Again, what to do is, if you haven't done so already, make sure you go through this particular pay-per-view, give your own marks out of 10, and give us an overall view of what you think this WrestleMania 17 marks out of 10 as well. And let us know. Once again, I'm going to plug the socials. Make sure you email us at wrestlemark10@gmail.com, or you could tweet us at mark_out of 10. You can leave comments in the YouTube channel. Also, if you haven't done so already, make sure you share Mark out of 10 podcast with anybody and everybody. Just even that one share makes a whole lot of difference for discoverability and the algorithm. It is greatly appreciated. From me, Shieldz, I hope you all have a very, very Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year, and we'll see you first week. Well, we'll see you in January at some point. Hawxy, over to you. Just have a great Christmas, everybody. Happy New Year, and we'll catch you guys in 2024. It's been a pleasure. Cheers, people.